and even on this patch, they're both great, and they work together pretty well. So we're gonna see who can pilot this with more, you know, finesse. But it comes off QueenKoa already putting Nameless into the corner with this buy.
Wait a minute. QueenKoa getting thrown into the corner though. Nameless starting to get the run up, going for the full Rekka series, trying to get the restand. Does do a break and calls out with the Vault Breaker. And yeah, when both characters are on screen, you can't be breaking. You're gonna get found out.
Yeah, I mean, that was the freestyle privilege right there. It doesn't matter if you already tagged once, the second one's on its way to bait that burst. And we're going straight into the super, not quite getting enough blood engaged to pop, but ooh, the DP anti-air, we're playing Street Fighter.
We're putting you into the corner right now. Both characters on screen. One of the best parts of this team is just the constant mixes and pressure that QueenKoa is able to put out. We'll be ending with Blitzcrank. Oh, almost getting taken out. Yeah, just OTG with the 5L. We're fine.
Yeah, you just hit him one more time for that last little tap. And the air-to-air keeping Nameless in this corner. Just no escape for them. The push block isn't enough. And oh my god, shimmies the grab right after, and this should definitely be able to kill. Yeah, just keeping it nice, simple, going into the super to be able to take this first round.
Nice. Doesn't even get the Bloodlust this time around. And of course, Bloodlust does not carry over, sadly. So we're just going to have to reset our Warwick. And ooh, tried to do a neutral shimmy, but Blitzcrank found you, just grabbed you right back in with the restand, putting you straight into the corner.
Yeah, it was already, like, as you jumped, the hook was already on its way to grab you. But now you got to deal with a steamed up Blitzcrank mix. And oh, just spamming jump landed for a second, but was already in the jump frames to be able to dodge that command grab. But now the big punch, it's on its way, and you weren't quite ready for it. And again, unfortunately, it's going to be another burst bait from QueenKoa here, and keeping him in the corner. These throws are not working out for Nameless so far, and this should be a dead character bar any horrific drops. Let's see. Yeah, straight into the tag launch, be able to get a little, oh no! Wasn't quite able to finish it, but in the scramble after, QueenKoa was able to take it.
Yeah, good job for QueenKoa there. Still has to deal with the Blitzcrank. Found the Crater Maker assist, found a 5L, should be able to carry this into death, but no, doesn't go for the Pharaoh Bites. Instead, constantly going for that overhead, but there we go. Pop the level 3, go into the sump in Zon. Going to be slashing away this robot, and there we go. QueenKoa takes the first game on the board.
Yeah, I mean, when you got overhead as ambiguous as Warwick's, like, why not just press it, you know? Not sure if the combo's going to kill, while this thing right after definitely is going to. And that's, yeah, that's that first game over for Koa. It's looking pretty good.
Oh, immediate Vault Breaker restand starting us off here for Nameless, but ooh, a little too high coming down there. And now QueenKoa going to escape, get the Pharaoh Bite situation, go twice into the corner in order to get the limit strike, but misses the DP. But at least blocks that Crater Maker, at least not allowing Nameless to get anything here. Oh, I might be wrong.
Oh, it's getting freaky. That instant overhead's not going to work on Nameless. They're already blocking high, but the combo after the 2H is not going to land. Vi's just getting in there, baiting out the DP. Not quite punishable, but is plus enough to be able to force their own will a bit. Now we got the double down coming in. Are you going to choose to go into the steam? No, just baits out a get-up attack.
Okay, does the overhead again into the Crater Maker. No real big follow-ups, but at least QueenKoa able to pick up again. Does another Crater Maker, messes up on the follow-up, but at least does a little throw tag situation. No, not tagging back into Vi. Instead, continuing this on Warwick, picking up with the 5L after that disjointed a little bit. DP, does another DP. We got Blitzcrank in the corner. We got Bloodlust this time around. We should be able to put up the pressure, but we're putting them into the corner. And does immediate Hyper Crater Maker, but it gets blocked. You're getting punished for that one, buddy. No, you're not!
Apparently not. Just spamming the parry right after, saying, I know you're going to be a little bit too late. Blitzcrank's legs are way too short to run that fast, that quickly. And unfortunately, no, another drop. It's a little bit of spaghetti on the screen for both players, but that should be it for the first round. Yeah, I mean, it just seems like a couple drops from both players, but in the end, QueenKoa is able to, you know, I think that being able to really navigate the scramble in this game is such an important thing to be able to do in general that it's nice. It seems like that's what QueenKoa is really leveraging to win these rounds so far.
Absolutely. And now, we got the corner set up. We got Hyper Crater Maker in there. QueenKoa is very close to getting break if they want to save Warwick's life, which they're going to be able to do. Gets the pursuit after the fact, just escapes from Vi, and this Relentless Force just going to get blocked, which means we're running up again with that 5M. Going to be starting a nice B&B, not extending it anything like crazy, just putting you into the corner.
Yeah, I mean, it's very rough to deal with. Just Warwick pressure in general, right? Like the 5M's always coming at you, and especially when you have Vi assist in the back and Freestyle to worry about, yeah, you're just gonna get crossed up every once in a while by a jump over, and this should be able to take him out with level 1 super. Blitzcrank is going to be out of here, and it's all up to the Vi. It's last round for you potentially. You gotta see if you're able to make it work.
Gotta see if we'll be able to make it work. Trying to go on top of you, but there we go. Nameless able to throw Warwick out of the way and actually taking them out there. And now gonna be Vi versus Vi. One girl wrecking crew coming through. Crater Maker restand with the assist into another one girl wrecking crew. We only got 1 bar on the board, but hey, might as well just spend it here. Gets that hyper Crater Maker. Actually gets another bar in turn with that combo. But now what can QueenKoa do? Oh, pop the Fury. Okay, you're alive here.
Yeah, the game and Nameless is going in, but unfortunately the hit confirm is going to work out, and that is going to be the entire game going over towards QueenKoa off that S1 into the ultimate.
Ooh, nice
A little
job.
bit risky. A little bit risky. That was a little bit too fast to be a reaction. I fear that may have just been a... Yeah, so we got QueenKoa on the Vi Ekko Freestyle, and on the other side we have Ahri Illaoi Freestyle from KobyOG. And it's already getting off to a really good start for QueenKoa here. This is the setup into the tag launcher most likely here. Oh, but barely is a little bit of a whiff, but we're going to call it a reset instead.
Okay, there we go. At least got the jump in, starting to push back against JustCapitalB, trying to get the tentacle up there. Another overhead is crazy into the S1 super and trying to put you in the corner with that tentacle. Yeah, switch back over to Ahri, but nice chat out there from JustCapitalB. But wait, we dropped.
Unlucky. The electrics aren't working out quite how they wanted to, but the roll through wasn't quite ready for it from Kobe. And the QueenKoa is going to be able to take the first character down. And I gotta say, these skins from KobyOG, you know, maybe health bar wise, it's not working out so far, but they might have the drip advantage.
Hey, the drip advantage is nice, but that's not giving you the advantage in the match because you're getting put into the corner from the Mega Time Winder situation, and you got out of it. You're starting to get a block string going, trying to get the tentacle up. It gets jabbed out. That's kind of unfortunate there. And now there's a Crater Maker trying to come through. We're charging up. We got a pincer on you. Double overhead kick. Bye-bye, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, we're just hitting you over and over again. There's so much hit stun from that charge us one from Vi that Ekko can kind of just twerk on you however he pleases. And this is the standard kind of like round start, I feel like, from the Ekko Vi. Is you do like a dash back on Vi into the charge S1, and then you just run up with Ekko and try and make something happen. But in this case, Kobe was able to really get the advantage here. Both characters, you know, hurting a little bit. We're gonna get the install from Illaoi, and now you got to deal with this tentacle Oki rolling out a little bit, but the tentacles are still smacking you.
Okay, maybe we can try to get a Time Winder in there, try to close the gap. It's looking a little rough for Ekko right now, so just got to play it a little bit more safe, try to get a Vault Breaker in there. Ooh, that break was hella high on the screen, so you're definitely getting thrown. And 2L on Wake Up. Just going to be really nice to get those electrics in there. Jab, uppercut, jab, jab into the Vault Breaker, as we're going to be charging up our Vault Breaker yet again, getting Ekko, getting Vi back in there for another charged Vault Breaker, and we're still going. We got a Tag Launcher, we got our Limit Strike, we're trying to roll the Burrito. Okay, the Guac kind of went everywhere, but it's fine. We wrapped it kind of.
Yeah, I mean, it's like in Chipotle when they just put too much stuff in there, and you're just like, oh god, oh no.
Nah, that's the customer's fault. Take it from somebody who works at Chipotle. That's your fault.
You ordered too much stuff. You're a fool. But now this is gonna be. Oh, what? I think that you're dead, right? You're not no chance to break here, and it's just gonna be a level 3 to steal out this first round for JustCapitalB, or the first game for JustCapitalB, right?
Yeah, that's the first game for JustCapitalB, and the thing is, you couldn't even break out of it. I mean, we got the break now, but before the Fury was like maybe just about to come in there. It was unfortunate there, so good job for JustCapitalB to close it up, get that cease and desist off. Gonna be seeing if Kobe can try to work with something else, or you know, we could say get Kobe out of the bracket because we gotta talk about Ahri Illaoi. I keep seeing Ahri Illaoi too much in brackets. I'm sorry, this is like the 4th Ahri Illaoi separate from the other Ahri Illaois I've seen tonight. We gotta talk.
I mean, it's a good team. I think that both of these characters are super duper slept on. Like, Ahri obviously has a bunch of upsides to her, but Illaoi, like, Bleed, have you seen that kid play? There's just so much you can do with that character. And they're buffing her! There's going to be even more to do with that character soon. But unfortunately, the Ekko mix isn't going to work out, doesn't get the timeline to before the install, and you're paying for it with maybe your life. I think that if you do this straight into the tag launcher, Yep, one tag launcher. Illaoi slam down, and the level 1 is gonna kill the Ekko here. And now it's all up to Vi. No break on the board, and Kobe has 2 extremely healthy characters that you gotta worry about.
Ooh, trying to slam it again. Nice jab out. Really cannot tie down KobyOG. Just jumping everywhere. Going to find the opening onto JustCapitalB. Going to be charging up that Orb of Deception, I imagine. Drop the combo. Still went for a nice little reset for a little bit of damage. But now JustCapitalB on your toes. And Illaoi catching a whole lot of strays there. Gonna get out, but now Ahri going to have to take it to jab, uppercut, jab, uppercut, jab, uppercut. Dang, we're still going. And same thing with Ekko with the Mega Time Winder. We're getting our denting blows into the cease and desist, and we went crazy.
Yeah, that was so much damage. The Ekko's Timelander super assist is so strong at letting you enhance combos, and it's pretty much a touch of death. You build up Kobe a huge amount of the Fury meter, but it might not matter if you're able to optimize this combo, but isn't quite able to get there. Chip was a factor there, but the Fury's up. Or do you just pop it to ensure that you can't get chipped out? Or, oh no, we're just throwing out a medium. We're saying, I don't even care. I have full confidence in this foot. And this should be a kill. Gonna be able to level 1. And that is disaster for JustCapitalB. Invest the entire Fury gauge and still isn't able to take the round. And now you got to go into the second round. No break on the board. Oh, but Kobe felt bad. Kobe was like, oh, I felt bad that you didn't have break over me. Just decided to give him one for free.
Personally, you can do that. I don't know about that one, Kobe, because JustCapitalB is going to be coming for you soon. Already jumping in, trying to get Vi in there with the assist, putting you into the corner. I bet you're regretting that break spendage right now, buddy, because you're getting Helmbreakered into the corner. Hit the brakes on you as we're going to be exploding for a limit strike. Time Tangler. Can we wrap that burrito very nicely? Oh, a little bit guarded, but it's perfectly fine, but maybe not.
Yeah, I mean, Kobe was able to really just get out of there relatively scot-free, and it's now going to kill the Ekko. I think that CapitalB's Ekko setup so far have been a little bit, like, not to insult the man, but a little bit boneless. Like, it hasn't been doing the, either messing up the Timelander or just doing it in the wrong order. And we got to see that if that can get tightened up, then I think that that's how CapitalB is going to be able to make his way back into this game. And this should be very close to killing. Yeah, actually, no, this is definitely going to kill. The assist was able to come off cooldown. The super assist was there to help him out. And now it's basically a 1v1. You know, I think that a lot of people say that this is not a great matchup for Vi, and I would tend to agree, but CapitalB's keeping Kobe in the corner. It doesn't matter how bad the matchup is when you're getting punched in the mouth.
Fury coming out now, still getting Vault Breaker, trying to get the throw. A little too far there, buddy. Kind of half the screen, and now whiffing the throw again. Getting thrown to by Kobe, still in Fury, so a lot of damage being put on the screen. And JustCapitalB not spending at the very last second. There's barely any gray health that you can even recover here. At least you're not going to get chipped out, but you cannot get hit anyway. How? The raw cease and desist going to get blocked, and with that, Kobe going to be tying up the set 1-1.
I mean, CapitalB just wanted out of there. He just wanted not to be involved anymore. I think that either way, he was like, the set's ending, or the game at least is ending right here. Either I'm winning, I'm using the momentum to win the next match, or we're just going to game 3. And in the end, that's what ended up happening. The assist is going to get sniped out by the Timelander, but by, yeah, using the super, or the tag freeze frame to be able to get an air throw there. But the break is going to save Kobe's character. Fireball's coming in, the charge S2 from Illaoi's coming in as well. And you dash right into the happy birthday. Oh no, has to use the break to stop both characters from dying here. But the Helmbreaker put in a lot of work.
Wait a minute, we got a happy birthday going. Going to be able to put both of the team in the corner. We should take out Ahri here and get a little bit of damage on Illaoi. You know, a half price Illaoi. Definitely going to be good for JustCapitalB to keep up their momentum, especially in the corner. But they Vault Breaker themselves into there, at least making sure they don't get anti-aired, getting that jab, which should be able to carry Illaoi into, yeah, spend a level 3, confirm the KO.
And why not? You know, just send it. Just sometimes you just gotta kill a guy.
Yeah, there you go. Going to be able to take that there, leaving JustCapitalB on set point now.
I mean, this is a great chance. running right in with the sways, but it's not quite working out. The full screen assist coming from Illaoi, able to jump up, but the overhead doesn't matter when you're tagged out. But the stand medium from Ahri is such a strong button in neutral. It always goes a little bit further than you think it does, and whenever it hits, it converts into this much damage. Oh my god, this Ahri champion is quite powerful.
Quite is quite an understatement, because now we got Ahri coming back in here trying to make their way through. Pincered. Oh, you try to make something happen, but no, you're going to get one little Wrecking Food into the Hyper Crater Maker, keeping you in the corner for another throw, which I imagine we might be, oh no, just going for, you know, the 2L OTG, not trying to get the Crater Maker in there, perfectly fine. But now the break's coming through, you know, Kobe trying to make their way back in there. Ooh, Vault Break straight into death.
I mean, sometimes you just gotta make sure that you're watching out for the giant punch full screen, right? I think that a lot of times it's scary, especially when a character like Ekko's running at you, but in this case, it worked out for Kobe. He was able to get a little bit of a happy birthday to Vi's almost dead, but oh wow, what a snipe out! And that's gonna kill the Vi! Wow, this is what you needed to be able to make a comeback as Kobe. Overhead's still coming out, but QueenKoa has begun to adjust to it. The reset, oh my god, you weren't paying attention. There was a little replay on the screen and you weren't quite ready for it. This is not going to lead to a kill unless you do some like Fury shenanigans, but instead goes with the reset, and still you're just barely, okay, phew. That was so spooky from QueenKoa. There were a couple opportunities to maybe pop Fury, maybe get a kill, confirm it all the way, but in the end was still able to make it work out for him. I think that Yasuo is certainly a strong character. People complain about Ekko, and he's very, very, very good, but I think that him and Yasuo are very, very close in skill, and this time we got two different Ahri shells here. It's going to be the Ekko versus the Yasuo. We're going to see who's able to make it work for them better. And right now, Rymo's getting off to a good start, deciding to go with the Ahri Oki, and ooh, covering the back row, saying you're not getting out of here quite yet.
Alright, Rymo able to cover the tracks, the break getting baited out. Again, there's two characters on the screen. We got the Freestyle fuse. You gotta be a little bit more careful when we're breaking. I mean, you're using Freestyle yourself, so Iceberg, yeah, you're gonna have to take a lot of this pressure that Rymo is putting out there, and one stray shot takes out your Yasuo. Ooh.
It's a tragedy. He said, get down, Mrs. President, but it just wasn't. And in this case, it's gonna be both characters dying. The title's gonna flash, and it's gonna be perfect. That's just not what you want to be seeing if you're Iceberg here. It's a tragedy.
I think in all the 2x KO I've seen, I think that's the first 2x KO perfect I have ever seen, which just goes to show how good Rymo is playing right now. Rymo is moving differently with this charged Orb of Deception, and we're still going for that limit strike.
It's scary, and that off of the Stalking Dart Oki, it is just so hard to see what's coming next. But in this case, Iceberg did such a good job at blocking all the overheads, but the cross-up after this handshake tag is going to be enough to kill off the Yasuo post a unfortunate get-up attack. And now it's all up to Ahri in this first game. Has Fury on the board, gets the 2M to start this combo, and this is what you need if you're Iceberg. You need to deal damage to this Ahri. It's working out. Combo's going to drop, but the get-up attack is going to go a little bit wide. You see, combo works out this time, and it's going to result in a killed character. Rymo's saving the Fury either for a potential round 3 or for this Ekko Fury. And you got to imagine both of those are very, very good ideas, I think. Ekko and Fury is so powerful, but it might not matter if your character just dies. Decides to spend it. I like it. I don't disagree.
I mean, in this situation, you want to pop the Fury, but Iceberg still has such a chokehold over you that it's going to be rough. Another charged Orb of Deception going to be coming through. You just got to find a way to get out of this combo after this limit strike. But with a Fox Mine already on there, wait a minute, we parry. They're going to pop Fury 2 to boot. You got to find a way to pin down this Ahri, especially since our Fury is gone, so no more X Factor. And that charged Orb of Deception, just doing more chips, same thing. Oh, that was just chip every day, baby. He still got hit by the Orb of Deception coming back.
The boomerang came all the way back. I mean, there was just so much on the screen. There were so many opportunities for the chip to kill you there that something was going to get you, right? Like, no matter how much of a gamer you are, certainly you're going to get hit by something. And the overhead is going to find Iceberg's noggin here, and it's going to be tag launch into the Ahri. It seems like Rymo really, really prefers using this Stalking Dart Oki over the burrito, the kebab, all of the different types of food, and it's working out for them so far. I swear to God, I think that Ahri Oki is so strong. Like, I think the fact that Ekko's is certainly better, but the fact that you have to use meter to make Ekko's work kind of balances it out a little bit. I'm not saying that, you know, Ekko's Oki is not absolutely broken, but it's pretty good. I think that Ahri's Oki is very, very strong as well. It's really hard to deal with it, and the mix that comes from that, like, the latest of air dashes that you can do, is even the best players are getting hit by that. Iceberg whiffing the combo once more. And the level 3 is going to be able to invuln through this grab, and that should be the first game going over to Rymo.
A nice call out there in order to pop your level 3, saying, give me your heart. Going to be giving you the game, as Rymo already making a really good statement, especially with the pressure that Iceberg was putting on the screen. Going to be seeing if Iceberg going to be able to run it back up. Since, you know, Iceberg was able to get around in there, they do have the pressure, especially with their Ahri, as their Yasuo already getting hit into a Mega Time Winder situation and tag launching straight into Ahri for a Limit Strike.
Yeah, a little bit of an air dash mix, but getting a little bit lost in the sauce, and now you gotta deal with Ahri's very, very good burst punish, because she takes her so long to use that limit strike. She gets so much damage off. Decides to hard tag into Yasuo. That was some sauce that I have not seen before, and we're getting a little bit crazy. It seems like we might be getting a little too crazy for a moment, and unfortunately it is. The combos are dropping, there's spaghetti everywhere, and the time winder's gonna work out for Rymo. You just ran into it. It's gonna lead into a super. Yeah, just so much more damage on its way. But it's a little bit too much, but unfortunately, the super is just being spammed out of the combo, and Iceberg is gonna eat this last combo of Ahri's life, most likely. Able to get him to use it. Yeah, I mean, able to get him to use that orb to... Your Yasuo, they have less meter than you wanted, but the parry goes wide. It's a tragedy.
Okay, nice pickup too, especially we're hitting the brakes. Going to be able to loop it again, and after that tag launcher, I imagine, yep, there we go. Going to be confirming another round, and now we are on set point for Rymo, really trying to lock into the top 8 and immediately just spirit rushing back in order to get Ekko in there, give him all the space that he needs. But now, you know, the Iceberg's starting to move a little different. Never mind, you know, we're getting hit out. Yeah, oh, wait a minute, Yasuo going to be able to finally get a combo going in there, finally showing the skills that Iceberg has on the character. Nice little B&B, going to continue it with that Ahri assist, and nice little pincer there in order to confirm, especially getting away from that break. So it's just going to go back to a little bit of neutral, a little bit of block strings. You're going to try to slide in, but the Time Winder was right behind you, my guy. You're getting put into the Mega Time Winder situation. Oh, you're breaking the skies yourself. You're not trying to go straight in there. You're going to get anti-aired.
It's rough when you break that high in the air. Sometimes it's like you can make it work for yourself, but sometimes you're just a baseball that's slowly falling down. And in this case, it's going to work out for Rymo, able to hit that out of the park. And it's going to be Yasuo dead. It's all up to the Ahri. I think that so far Iceberg has shown that this is the character that they really enjoy playing. This is the one that has more of the lab hours, but might not matter. The lab doesn't matter when you're dying to the Oki. You have one more chance to figure this out. The push block comes through, and there's just so much on the screen. What are you doing? Where is it coming from?
Oh, you try to crumple your way in. You found the launcher. There we go. Iceberg starting to cook with very little life left. Should be able to take out the Ahri. Still got a full health Ekko to deal with. Only 1 bar of meter, thankfully, but it's still going to be a rough battle to go, especially as you're getting spun out. Any hit is going to be able to take you out. Nice air dash back on that Time Winder, but then the Mega Time Winder comes through, and that is going to take you out.
You were talking about before. They're problematic, and it's got to stop now.
Yeah, Obelisk is definitely one of the main ones when I talk about Ahri Illaoi. As you can see there, being able to just absolutely hook Ekko down with the tentacle, get the Call of Cthulhu up in the corner, and try to get Ahri in there, maybe get a throw off to continue the tentacles. But Vi is going to footwork her way out of the danger and try to set up a Time Winder and a throw.
Yeah, I mean, I think that is a lot of times what the Ekko Vi player is looking for in those situations, right? You're trying to get away from the Vi turbo punch, so you have to be able to try and, like, what do you do? I'm gonna jump out of there. But then Ekko's right there, and it leads to a really, really strong combo from the Ekko Vi pair. But in this case, oh my god, the Vi punch is getting sniped out. Ekko is hurting real bad. And it's working out for Obelisk. It's going to be another setup into, most likely, that Illaoi Oki.
Going to be able to do another launcher, go straight into the Call of Cthulhu yet again, set up the Orb of Deception, which is going to charge up and being able to hit a little bit on Vi, gets a throw off too, takes her out, leaving just Ekko for JustCapitalB, who's able to actually roll away, get the throw off, and start a nice combo onto Obelisk. Now JustCapitalB playing through Paragon has always gotten rough starts, but then able to cook after the fact, which we saw there in the Time Tangler, able to get the overhead kick after the fact, take out Ahri, leaving just Illaoi on the board, and another overhead, no follow-up, but hey, got the overhead, so we'll take that, but we still lose the round.
Really wanted to hit that button. He was having such a good time hitting that button. Because it is fun. It is an enjoyable one to be pressing. Let's see, the Stalking Dart's going to be able to snipe out the Vi Punch. Now you got to deal with Ahri in neutral. Both characters on the screen. Tries to use the Ekko Timewinder as a bit of a slingshot tag type of thing, but is able to just get the air throw with Vi, and Vi's just grabbing him, putting the hands on this Ahri.
Ekko's going to be hitting the brakes, dashing Obelisk all the way to the corner, able to get another jump in, a little happy birthday before it's broken out of, trying to set up those tentacles, but you get thrown in the air again by Vi, and Ekko is going to immediately throw tag on that, launch back into Vi, get the denting blows off. Are we cashing out in a super? No, we're just waiting there. Spaced it a little bit with that 5L and tries to charge up the Vault Breaker, but at least we got Ekko in there to get a nice combo started, which should take a lot of damage, might even take the death off of Illaoi.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't even need to use Tag Launcher. Ekko in that scenario just has so many options to kill, but the Fireball is so strong, leads into a full combo right after. And this is great for Obelisk. This is what you need to start this comeback. Brought into a Limit Strike, perhaps? No, instead goes for a reset. You gotta respect the gumption on him, but that Vi Crater Maker assist is able to... I mean, it's an anti-air that it reaches about as high as you can get in this game. It is so powerful of an assist, and CapitalB's making it work.
There's a reason why that assist is so good. Why is Dante's Jam Session so good? Captain Commando's assist, because it's always able to get right in front of your face with a nice pillar in order to stop any pressure or be a nice anti-air, quick and easy. But now, JustCapitalB rushing in there, try to get another jab. One Girl Wrecking Crew coming through with the Crater Maker for OTG. Ekko tried to follow up. Breaks happen sometimes. It's perfectly okay. We're trying to get it back in there, get a Vault Breaker on the Stray, but now we're hitting on the low, and Vi was just standing there. Vi's just going to take it like a champ a little bit. Getting so close to break. I'm surprised we're not using it yet. Using it now, we tried to bait it out, but it was unsuccessful.
I mean, you gotta get real high there, but the Vi Punch wasn't quite ready for it. It's an absolute tragedy. And now you gotta deal with this Illaoi by herself, but it might be able to make short work of the Ekko here. Maybe a route into the Ahri, like, super assist, something like that. But yeah, there it is, into the super assist, into the Illaoi level 1, and we're even on characters, pretty much even on health, and extremely even on the Fury gauges here. This is about as close as it can get. Vi Punch is just gonna work out, we're just pressing the button.
Tried to do a launcher, did it on Ekko though. Still trying to block, definitely the back foot right now for JustCapitalB, but we're still defending everything possible. Gonna be jumping over that tentacle, foot working into Illaoi's face, caught on the low though, and another tentacle. This could be it for JustCapitalB. Gotta pray for a misinput from Obelisk, but they're gonna be carrying it all the way to the corner, gonna be paying a visit to Nagakaburos as JustCapitalB losing that. Obelisk gonna be taking that first game on the board.
I mean, it's keeping it simple, right? Like, I'm taking out any chance for a possible drop. I'm doing ABC, and then I'm hitting both of the special buttons, and we're gonna make sure that this kills no matter what. There's no math involved, there's no calculations, we're just killing you. And it's gonna be the first game for Obelisk here. The Timewinder is able to snipe out the Ahri on the backdash in the air, and we're gonna be able to go into the Ekko Oki here. Let's see, the parry comes out, but it does not save you in this situation. This clone's still on the screen. You gotta be real scared of it.
Go. Getting called out though, unfortunate there. Ahri going to tag in, try to find a stray fireball, trying to get the Orb Deception in there raw, but yeah, Relentless Force. Oh, wait a minute, the Call of Cthulhu trying to stop the Relentless Force, but that's not how it works, buddy. The Orb Deception still caught both on the back foot, but it's perfectly fine. We go back into a little bit of nooch as Ahri trying to get those fireballs in there again, backing up. Ekko found you in the air. You were spending a little bit too long in there, buddy. But yeah, get back in there too. Gonna be putting you into the corner, get a slump, get the denting blows, get the Relentless Force, and that is Ahri out of the park.
Yeah, I mean, But now, unfortunately, like the one issue in this game is that when you kill a character, now you gotta deal with Fury. It's on the board, it puts in so much work. We're gonna see if Obelisk is able to do anything with it. But the sways, ooh, they're just moving so hard. And the jabs are able to catch it out. Obelisk in the past, sometimes it's worked out where the mash has been able to catch KapitalB going for a little bit of a reset, but in this case, it is going to work in KapitalB's favor. The 2H is going wide and the whiff punish from Vi, using that tag freeze to be able to see what's going on. Okay, the air throw, that, like I was talking about before, the air throw is just such a powerful option in this scenario.
A nice break though coming out too from JustCapitalB. Old Deception trying to come through. Yep, pop that Relentless Force. We're going for the same interaction and the same thing happened again, but this time around, Obelisk was actually able to pick up on that charged Orb of Deception coming back. Switch into Ahri, get the air throw on the wake up. Gonna try to get another throw in there, but nope, just gonna be going in with the pressure on Illaoi, putting you back down. Tentacle Snare, gonna be able to get that orb off. Another charged Orb of Deception should be able to take out. Maybe if we can get some wake up here. No, we cannot.
That was crazy. I've never seen that interaction before in my life. Decided to use the because if Ahri got hit on this patch, then the super would have disappeared. But instead, it's like I'm gonna switch to Illaoi so that the projectile is able to stay in play and then able to combo after it, even after you get hit by the Vi super. What a heads up play! Like Obelisk has studied that in the lab in the past. Now it's all up to Ekko. It's the boy savior, as they say. Overhead is gonna find Obelisk. You were not watching your head there. It's gonna lead into most likely the Ekko Loki. Yep, no tag launcher needed. Just going straight into the lob, into the overhead, but it's all getting blocked. Obelisk can see the code.
Get a Time Winder in there too. Another charge Orb of Deception coming through. Can't get the same interaction. You know, Vi is off the screen this time around. They were taken out, but the last stand trying to come through, baiting out into an air throw, able to catch on the low. Obelisk going to be spending their break meter, trying to go in with the 5M, catches a stray on the Vi, gets a Call of Cthulhu off, switching into Ahri, maybe trying to get a throw. Any type of way to break the defense is such a good way, but the Fury coming through. Another charged Orb of Deception. What are we going to be doing off that? It's just going to be going off the screen, but we're able to find a pizza cutter from Ahri and combo it into death, as now it's going to be set point versus survival point.
Yeah, Obelisk has been schmoovin'. KapitalB certainly has a lot of really good, but Obelisk is the one that's been able to make it work so far for them in the clutch. I really like using the tag, the freeze, as a way to really see what's going on, but unfortunately the Oki after that anti-air isn't going to work out. Teleports out, but the heavy is just a little bit too short. Ekko's limbs are just slightly too stubby to be able to make that confirm work out for him. The double down is coming through from the Ahri. Leading into this, yeah, there we go. Orbs are coming out, limit strikes are being hit, and now you got to deal with this really, really tricky Ahri.
Going back and forth. Ooh, getting hit pretty badly there on the tentacle. Now the block string coming through. Nice push block though. Still not going to be helping Vi. Actually not helping both of your team. They're going to be caught in a happy birthday. And there we go. S1 super popping off. Of course, cannot continue the birthday on that. Once the point character is dead, they are dead. You're not going to be able to kill the assist to death. As now we got to pop Fury. Vi is in a rough spot. They J2H out of there. They're trying to keep their distance, trying to go in when the time is right. And that air throw was put at the right time. Hyper Crater Maker, bye-bye Ahri.
Yeah, this is the comeback that you need. Fury is on board for Obelisk here though, and this is unfortunately, you have no break as KapitalB. This should be a kill, able to do just easy stuff. Instead, going for a little bit of swag into the level 1, and that is going to be Obelisk taking this winner's semifinals set. The two characters work together so fast, and it's just so violent. You just get to mash your face on the enemy over and over and over again until it works out. And I think that that really is, it's appealing to some people, me included. But Rymo's getting off to a really strong start here. Going to be able to tag into the Ahri, into the Stalking Dart Oki. Now you got to deal with this. What's the mix? Just going to be a rollback into blocking. I like it. Nice and safe. No opportunity to mess up. But there's just too much on the screen. There's too much visual noise. You weren't able to see what was going on. And the blocks aren't going to come through. But what a parry. Unfortunately, is going to leave the Vi to die. But I mean, that's an aura move right there, right? Is you're just using the parry. You're saying, I'm coming for you. You can't just use that in neutral whenever you feel like.
Both the Ekko's playing patiently now. There we go. Nice. Trinky able to pick it up. Going to try to chase Rymo. Gets a 5L. Does not continue the pressure, as now the Mega Time Winder situation going to be set up perfectly for Rymo and Trinky. In a rough spot right now, getting hit out again on the jab. Going to be able to dash back in there too. And Trinky going to have to take another Mega Time Winder, most likely into their demise. There we go.
Yeah, I mean, you're dead. That was, I do respect it from Trinky. That was the, there's like a throw combo that got labbed out from this team, this Ekko Vi, earlier today or yesterday, I believe. And it is perhaps one of the hardest combos I've ever had to do in my life. And I respect for them trying to go for it, trying to swag out for the stream. Didn't quite work out, but like I said, respect for the attempt. But Rymo is just, it doesn't matter. Rymo's keeping it simple. We're doing the basics. But unfortunately, the basics still drop sometimes, but the throw after is able to still clutch it up for him. Very, very nice.
Very nice close out there for Rymo. Already breaking though, trying to keep Trinky far away from them, as they're going to be setting up again, putting you down with the Helm Breaker, getting the Time Tangler up here, trying to wrap it nicely, trying to get at least some Time Winders in there too. Yeah, I get Ahri back in there too. Maybe we can try to get a nice cross up, but the Fury starting to come out for Trinky. They can try to get a pickup here, try to wait for a mess up from Rymo, or at least try to go for mix-ups and mix-ups of plenty, but it looks like that's not going to be happening this time. The Fury is going to be going as soon as it came.
Yeah, I mean, it was a valiant effort, got a couple of cool... Unfortunately, Rymo was just going to make it work, and there is no get-up attack that works against when there's a Time Winder just sitting on your face. You got to be able to roll out of there, do something, but in this case, it just worked out for Rymo. Just set it up for him on a silver platter, it seemed.
Fortunate
oh,
there.
We're getting right in the second match. Oh no, this is not how you want to start off.
Yeah, happy birthday is rough to come out here for Trinky. At least able to escape it, but that's still a good amount of damage on both players, especially your Vi. Yeah, you got to switch into Ekko, and hey, there we go. We got a combo started, able to get the Mega Time Winder situation ready and good to go. So we should be able to get a good amount on this Ekko if they do not break, and going straight into the denting blows into, I imagine, that Relentless Force. Nope, not going to be spending it here.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Trinky is really trying to swag out. If there's one thing that I can tell from their play, it's that they're trying to do the most. But Rymo is just baiting the burst. You have so much time after that to see when it comes out. Fortunately, so far, the style has not been working out for Trinky 76. We're going to see... Oh, no. Maybe this time it is. I spoke too...
They got a happy birthday out there too, and the assist is the first to go. Unfortunate for Rymo losing their Ekko like that. Watch out for the last stand. You are able to, but not that overhead kick coming straight for you. And if Trinky does not drop this, they should be able... No, it's going to go for a limit strike. You got one more chance, and baiting out the get-up attack means that Trinky going to be able to get a round on the board. Just needs one more in order to get the game.
I like it. That was... very, very optimal. That was about as much damage as you could possibly get, but unfortunately the baseball strike is going to be able to scout him out here. Oh no, the get-up attacks are just going so wide.
Ooh. Okay, trying to get back in there too. Gonna be able to get that guard break onto Trinky, find on the low. Gonna be able to keep them into the corner for a limit strike, trying to get that unblockable situation. Trinky tried to find a way out of it, but it was not successful, and Ekko is gonna be going down yet again, and Vi has to clutch up if they're gonna be able to take this game. But with that big life lead getting bigger and bigger, it is going to be a rough situation all around.
Yeah, I mean, the Fury's on deck. This is certainly comebackable, especially in this game. With a character like Vi, there's so much damage, especially when you turn red. But, I mean, this is the start. This is what you need. I'm guessing it's going to be into some sort of reset. The Vi-Oki is not necessarily what she's known for. Yeah, okay, so this is a reset here. You can go for an air throw, but in this case, Trinky just holds down for just long enough. Able to just run up, jab him a couple times, reset into a throw. No Fury pop to be able to get a kill, but the sways, oh no. Again, it's just a little bit too much swag. It's just too feeling themselves just a little bit too much, and it's biting them in the ass. It's unfortunate. Gotta clutch up a little bit here from Trinky.
Maybe tried to bait up a get up attack, but nonetheless going to have to pay the price by losing that round. Now trying to play a little bit more defensive, finding the 2L, which should lead to a nasty combo. Uppercut, uppercut, jab, uppercut, going in with the Vault Breaker. Going to be able to do a nice magic series leading into the Helm Breaker for Ekko for a limit strike and trying to set up that Time Tangler, but the get up attack this time around going to be successful for Rymo as they're starting to get signs of life, being able to get a hit in on Trinky and following it up with the Hyper Spirit Rush. Going to be taking you all the way from the east side to the west side.
Yeah, they're just moving around. Sways are coming out, but no one's biting here. The whoa, straight after the tag. Very, very nice. This is a good way to deal with this from the Vi charge punch. One thing you can do is just send out a projectile to try and deal with it eventually, but you know, Rymo was able to just kind of run past it in this case. Here we go, Vi, put him in the corner. Little 2L to reset him, but the 2H is just so small from Vi. Fantastic. Magical. Impressive. I like it, I like it.
That was such a good counter coming out there from Trinky. Able to get a happy birthday too. Oh, but with the grab, tried to do the one girl wrecking crew, but it was unfortunate that that whiffed like that. But hey, we get the jump in there with the knee. And there we go, Trinky going to be tying it up 1-1. They're alive here.
I mean, Rymo kind of just mixed themselves, dropped the combo, and then just not much that you could do when Vi's, like, especially when you drop flustered, I think. You're not really prepared for what's about to be going down. But in this case, they'll make it work.
Rymo's starting to make it work back for themselves. You know, we're getting another Spirit Rush into the corner. We're trying to set up our Fox Mines in here. The push block coming out, but hey, Rymo's already on the other side of the screen. They don't even care if you're doing a push block or nothing, as they're going to be dashing in overhead with the JH. The break, though, coming out, trying to send another Fox Fireball in there. Maybe found on the low. Should be able to take out the Piltover Enforcer here and now before her girlfriend comes into the game in just a few days.
Yeah, that's exciting. But Rymo's just hitting the low. That's all you need. Sometimes, like, especially into Vi, like, most of pressure is from those staggers. Just throwing in those tiny little lows it works a lot of the time. And unfortunately, not able to get the corner, able to just kind of roll backwards and didn't react. The throwback is coming in from Rymo. Now you got to deal with this Oki. And lead into a full combo from Rymo here. Not sure if this is going to be able to kill. 2 supers. Should be a lot of damage. The tag launcher is going to lead into maybe a level 1. Yep. Oh no, barely isn't able to kill, and you got so much fury on deck, but I can't imagine that he's gonna spend it. Like, it's a possible comeback, but I think that the sheer amount of effort in which you'd have to exert to make it work for you here is a little bit too much. You know, I think that, yeah, there's you save it for the next round. There's not too many options here, I would say.
A gap like that, you got to be saving your break and saving your energy for the next round, as now this could be set point for Rymo here if Trinky doesn't have something to say about it. Trying to chase down, trying to get a jumping hit in, but that knee was a little bit too far away from touching Ahri, so you're going to get charged Orb of Deception into the corner. I imagine going for the limit strike, setting up the Fox Mine in turn, whiffing the grab, which means Ekko's going to be sneaking in there off the Air Crater Maker, but hey, we're going to be setting up some Fox Mines, trying to get our way back in. But now Trinky got the pressure, got the overhead kick, which means they're going to be able to start their pressure and maybe going up for either a Time Tangler or Mega Time Winder situation, depending on if they want to keep up this combo or no. Going for the Time Tangler. You know, we set up the Oki, we got get up attacked. Very unfortunate there, which means you're just going to have to take another combo.
Yeah, I mean, I think that 9 times out of 10, you want to just go for the Oki, put yourself in a really, like, advantage spot, because Ekko is not exactly known for his damage. Like, when you have meter, you can pump, but a lot of times just taking that guaranteed 2-touch and getting that extremely advantaged second touch opportunity is what you need. In this case, though, Rymo's making it work, just going straight into the Helmbreaker level 1. But the, oh no, the clone didn't work out for him. Not what you want to see. Trinky's able to make this work for him. He's going to be able to finish it off with a limit strike. And now Ahri's up here. There's no fury on the side of Ahri. Trinky does have access to the break, but, you know, with their back against the wall, they're going to have to make good use of it.
So the Mega Time Winder trying to bait out a Helm Breaker coming in here. Rymo, though, blocking everything. The Fury finally coming out for Trinky. Going to be getting a little bit of a life lead with that heal, but with that Ekko assist, going to be putting you into the corner. We got 2 bars of meter, so we're going to be cashing out with the Orb of Deception, charging it up in order to secure your death. And Rymo going to be moving on to the winners finals.
Respect, and unfortunately it's getting off to a bad start. That Illaoi back assist is so strong with Ahri because she's able to just run up, OTG with the super, lead into so much damage after, but unfortunately the Illaoi just wasn't ready to press buttons there. Tag launcher didn't work out, but the throw is going a little bit wide. We got Yasuo deciding to tag in order to keep the characters on screen for as long as possible. Going into a limit strike for FinesseDan, getting a lot of meter on the side of Ekko Yasuo, which is what you need. Both those characters can, like, just, they're so good at dumping meter whenever you need to. Ekko's combos are all super duper, like, modular, I would say, to where you can just spend however much you want. And obviously, Yasuo has the S1 super into S2 super, and then also has, you know, Tornado into ultimate from League of Legends, which is always fun to see. Unfortunately, so far, oh no, isn't it blocking on the overhead here? And Illaoi's able to just back up for a little bit, wait out some time, able to force the break from FinesseDan. We're keeping it moving, we're keeping it going. The motion has not yet stopped, and unfortunately, FinesseDan wasn't quite fast enough on the S2 press, and it's going to be able to... The tides just swing so fast in this game. When a character dies, now Kobe has so much more health on the side of Illaoi. Now it's the Yasuo who has to deal with this. The super assist is going a little bit wide, and the tentacles are getting set up. But now it's Yasuo's turn. You got a little bit of a 50-50 here, but decides instead to just run up, parrying the ultimate. This is so much damage from FinesseDan. Not sure if they're quite going to be able to kill Kobe here, but it's certainly going to be close. Decides instead to go with a limit strike. Oh no. The ultimate might have been able to be enough, but the throw, we're just running up. We're talking up slowly. We're making it work for us.
A little bit of a trade there, but now just trying to set up the wind wall, trying to sting through it too, you know, backing up, trying to play it safe. Nice being able to sneak a time winder in there, trying to set it up after the air throw too on the ground. But it looks like Kobe's able to escape with that Spirit Rush, going to be knocking you back onto the ground. Charge up that Orb of Deception, of course. Actually misses on that last shot. So there's a nice escape for Dan. Going to be putting you back into the corner. But hey, we find a jump in button. We try to find an overhead on Illaoi. We found the low instead. A nice break trying to set up another projectile.
I mean, that's the classic. I think that a lot of times with Ekko especially, you just send the take a break forward, and you're like, go, be free. Like, just kill him. Fight my battles for me. We're mashing a little bit on the S1s, and here we go. Take a break, be able to get the limit strike off of it. Instead goes for a reset, but it doesn't go in the way that FinesseDan wanted it to. And this should be a dead Ekko. Yeah, there we go. Leading into that Psycho Crusher. And now Kobe in another really good spot, but unfortunately, you know, wasn't a really good spot last time. But the Illaoi, or the Yasuo was able to make the comeback. It's going to be a little bit harder here with this tentacle super, but we're rolling out and we're mashing throw on wake up. That is very ambitious by FinesseDan, but it's working out. No, the super goes a little bit wide. Went for the Mickey super, but it was just the Mickey Mouse super instead because it's not working out. You look foolish. Tragedy. It's not what you want to see.
It's unfortunate they're coming through. Both of them, though, 1-1 in the rounds right now, so it still could be anybody's game, especially since now KobyOG, you know, they found something on the low. They got 2 tentacles set up on the screen who are now going to be following up on this combo to keep it in the air. Go for a semi-OTG, you know, bring you back down to the ground. And now we got the Call of Cthulhu set up. Try to get that axe kick in there from Ahri. Actually just going to get stung out of there from Virgil as Yasuo going to be tagging out. You know, Ekko's going to be in the screen now, picking up on that roll with a throw. And my time to get straight into the Mega Time Winder situation. Going to be able to get out of there. Yasuo going in off the tag launcher, swooping you into the corner with that limit strike. A nice break, trying to get out of there, trying to make sure that we are nice, fine, and dandy before that anti-air comes through.
I mean, when you have that clone on the screen, you're able to get so much damage from the Ekko throws that it gets really scary to have to deal with that like throw versus overhead mix. Unfortunately, we're going to be able to lead into the tag to be able to punish this break. And there it is, another throw. You have the install, you get to get so much damage here.
There we go. Gonna be able to slice it up, do the old 1-2-3, set up the wind wall on wake up. Tornado actually picks up on the jump, and there we go. Pop that S2 super. Going to be taking out Illaoi, and Ahri might be soon to follow with that little health. Just popping a raw level 3, which is going to get blocked, and my time coming through gets that projectile in there. And with that, FinesseDan going to be able to take the first game onto the board.
Yeah, I mean, I think Kobe just wanted that set to be over. He just said, I'm going next. I do not want to play this anymore. Just mashing the level 3 in round start is a little bit too spooky, I would say, for someone who wanted to win the round. But let's see. Hopefully they can reset the momentum, make it work out for them. Sending the Yasuo in. The Time Runner is going to be able to catch out the Illaoi assist, and the Ekko is positioned just in the right spot to be able to make an anti-air work. Unfortunately, there's going to be no Oki here. Press the wrong button, but we're bursting at a very unopportune time. This time we are going to be going into the install Oki, though. Get up attack is getting baited out, and now you got so much damage. The loops are coming, and it's going to be able to tag launch into the Yasuo. Not enough meter quite to do the level 1 into the level 1, but we're just pressing stance medium after. I don't disagree.
Okay, oh, got that projectile just a little too far. Ahri definitely going to be picking up off of that launch that Illaoi was able to secure. Get a charged Orb of Deception in there too, trying to make the run back now against Dan. Able to get the limit strike, and of course Fox Mine on the wake up with the throw. Nice jump away there from Dan. Going to be able to get that throw off from Ekko, and Yasuo going to be immediately following up and taking out the nine-tailed fox.
Yeah, he just ran up and he hit him with the legs. Just getting involved. Oh, S1 call assist is a neutral tool that could fight God, I think. It is so strong. Oh, able to just barely weave around. Or I guess not. I don't know if FinesseDan had to fight an Ekko Ahri or an Ekko Vi yet today. But it is going to be the Ekko Vi here with the freestyle coming out. But FinesseDan already taking a pretty good start to this match. It's going to be a lot of damage off of the Vi here. Not going to be able to kill quite, but hopefully going to be able to limit strike, get some meter, get some break. And wow, I'm a little surprised that Trinky decided to not break that whole sequence and just lose a full character with no break. Maybe just super duper confident in the Fury, but I don't know, that's a little spooky. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, very interesting that they didn't want to spend there. Still not going to. Gonna have to push block and get caught into a combo again. Masquerading through that wind wall, trying to set up a projectile. But Dan really trying to put breaks to Trinky, but Trinky finally able to get in, set up the Mega Time Winder situation, rolling back in order to put FinesseDan into that corner, trying to get the Time Tangler going in there to boot. A nice push block, but does not stop Dan anytime soon. Dan really needs to find a way out of here because Trinky is on you.
Yeah, I mean, it's when you have that install, like push block is a good option, but it doesn't always work out. Ekko can always. And unfortunately, the Time Winder is getting matched with a giant rock. It doesn't matter that you hit Trinky, because now he's meter again from the limit strike, able to get one more Oki set up with the rollout. He's gonna save him, and no, rewinds straight into a hitbox. This is a bold Fury. There's so little health on the side of Trinky here. But the Hiccup Zone goes wide. This is what you needed from Trinky if you want to come back. Ekko is so low health. This is very winnable. Goes into the Rock Super, and yeah, we're just going to chip you out. We're just not giving you any chance to play the video game.
Spent the Fury, but they were able to close off that life lead and get the win there. So nice job there for Trinky, but immediately enhancing with the wind wall for the Stinger, immediately trying to roll their way in. Nice jab out though, coming in from Trinky, trying to put Dan into the corner. Going to be able to send the Vault Breaker 2 to get a lot of strays onto Yasuo. Charge it up again, getting a bit of a happy birthday for a second, but Dan now going to be suffering a lot of losses on their Ekko. Finally getting that break meter up there, but it's just too little too late. Tempting blows come through, and that is enough to take them out. Don't really have any options there. Going to be left on the Fury with Yasuo having to fight a clean 2v1. Definitely going to be rough, but hey, we get the party started. Going to be able to get it confirmed, and I imagine we're going to be going for a sick B&B with the old 1-2-3. Gets the stance up, gets the limit strike, got the corner, trying to slash our way in, but caught on the low, means we got to pop that Fury.
Yeah, I mean, that cross-up attempt was a bit ambitious. It was a little bit too far to work out, and now the electrics are making you pay. But, I mean, you have Fury up, you're not taking that much damage. Unfortunately, you are going to eat this Oki from Ekko. Neutral get up into the get up attack. But, oh my god, we're just pressing break. The 2H is just a little bit too small. Ekko is so high in the air. And now we're just running in another one of those cross-up slashes. FinesseDan has been showing a real favoritism towards it. But, I mean, this is rough. This isn't going to kill the Ekko unless you decide to spend that 3 bars a meter, but that is such an investment here. Now, Vi has... You have no meter to parry. Vi has Fury and 3 bars. This is spooky. This is not what you want to be seeing.
Yeah, rough, I mean, especially with that 2L.
Another one of those cross-up slashes isn't going to work out. I mean, FinesseDan has been showing a real propensity for it, but sometimes it doesn't work out.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't work out. It's unfortunate there. Trinky going to be able to take that game, though. Dan really got to figure out a better game plan if they want to continue tonight in the Jeekly. Now just trying to dash back and forth, not getting called out, but now stuck in a pincer situation, having such good defense, but finally getting taken out by that Vault Breaker. But hey, the whiff gets whiffed, and there we go. We hit on the low. We set up the Mega Time Winder situation. Gonna be able to get in with another Time Winder, I imagine. Yep, there we go. Tag launching into Yasuo. Does the 1-2-3. Does not go for the jab or the stomp, but at least able to pick up and force out the break from Trinky, who is now trying to Vault Breaker their way in. Hit on the low. Wait a little bit for that throw. Really good timing there, as they're gonna try to get their way in again.
I mean, the overhead gives you so much time post-tag to get the combo going, but the Ekko body blocks just long enough so that the move whiffs, and now the Crater Maker from Vi into the Ekko assist is going to be able to take out this Yasuo. But the FinesseDan is able to get a little bit of a start here, a little bit too late on the baseball to get a full combo, but oh my god, look at how much damage the Ekko just took from that Yasuo assist. I mean, the health bars are about even. Another one. This Ekko is getting destroyed in the assist 1v1. Run up. Yeah, just do an OTG. And the damage that Ekko took from those assists is going to come into play here. The parry was a little bit wide. And man, Yasuo assist won him that round. That was crazy. That was like 3 very, very clutch Yasuo super assists in a row. And that was what you need. That's how you make the comebacks.
That's how you do it. Yeah. It looks like Vi is, starting to run their pressure in the corner. Got a full electric loop series, tying it over to Ekko, who got the Helm Breaker. Now trying to set up that tag into situation, with the S2 super. That time Tangler going to be able to get so much damage, already putting Dan into a chokehold. And with that Crater Maker going in for OTG, going to be able to just find a bunch off of that. Getting almost an a touch of death situation there. That was kind of crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it just does so much damage. Like, that's pretty much like the best starter you can get. And I mean, Vi is certainly puts on the pants in this relationship damage-wise. But I mean, yeah, if you don't use break here, you probably die, right? Tag launcher into the charge punch into the level 1. That's gonna be it. That's a perfect just about. Or is it? Yeah, it is. That's crazy. I mean, this team just does so much damage if you let Vi get going with her electrics. I mean, even if you're Ekko, if you have enough meter to just fully send those like 2 or even 3 level 1 supers, you can get some stuff going. You can get gaming for sure.
Ooh, nice launcher though coming through on an anti-air from Dan. Gonna be able to put Trinky into that corner again with the grab. Perfect time to get that Crater Maker in there and allow Trinky to start their pressure on Ekko, who has to fall back. Yasuo's trying to get in, jumping coming through, break coming through from Trinky, trying to play a little more patient now that they don't have the get off the tool, and now having to just trade a little bit as Ekko comes back on point. Nice break though coming out from Dan, trying to play patient yet again, wait out for the Time Winders, maybe try to get a teleport in there. Vi though coming through on the jabs. Can we try to find that 6H? Baiting out the sway, actually going to catch Yasuo, but in turn, we were still blocking. We're going to be able to catch Vi, put her back into the corner, and try to set up the Time Tangler. No, just waiting it out, getting another hit in, which should be able to result in her death.
Yeah, I mean, didn't even need to spend meter. Why would I use meter? A little bit of waiting for the assist to come up from Yasuo, and now this is going to lead into a full BMB, but Yasuo gets a little bit confused. He didn't know quite where. But the throw is coming out into the level 3? No? Yeah, there it is. That should be enough to finish off this round. Kind of hit behind Ekko. That hitbox was a little bit lucky, but you know, another round going for FinesseDan, and that's going to be the second game. We are going to game 3, putting all the money on this last one. Let's see who can make it work.
Dan going to be able to tie it up, trying to go toe-to-toe right now with Trinky. Is already trying to send an Ekko on the assist. You know, we don't have the 2x assist, so we're not going to be able to cover crazy distance, but at least we're going to be able to finally sneak Ekko in there with Yasuo getting that opening. Going to be sneaking them all the way over to the west side for the limit strike. What can we try to do on Wake Up? Try to send in a Time Winder and a Vault Breaker, but there we go. Finally getting a little bit on Dan, but not enough.
Yeah, the defense coming out from Dan here is just so strong. None of these overheads are really working for Trinky, and I think that's like where a lot of their damage is starting to try and come from. But the jump 2H, but a parry goes a little bit too wide, and you're losing for it. Unlucky. I mean, that's always the fear of whenever you try and deal with Ekko Time Winder. It's either you parry just a little bit too far and it slows down, or you try and like baseball it back with Ekko and it hits your startup and then you just get hit and it just feels so bad. Now we got the Ekko into the replay, and then we're going to be able to kill here for sure. The only question is how much meter we're going to have to spend. And don't even need to use the ultimate. Able to just go with a level 1. FinesseDan is taking the first round in this final game. Putting Trinky on this set point. You gotta see the punch comes out, but another parry goes a little bit wide. Being no meter with Ekko is so dangerous. Makes it harder to get combos. Makes it so that your Oki is like pretty mid, to be honest. And it's just not where you want to be. You have no options for parry here, and yeah, it's just gonna be able to catch you with that overhead. Let's see, back to neutral playing for a little bit. The Vi assist is going to catch after the Time Winder. A little bit of a reset, but it's going to lead to so much damage with this Ekko Vi pair.
There we go. Could it be able to pop that Mega Time Winder, especially as we were able to lock down on Dan there, stuck in the corner. Now going to be able to get the Crater Maker after that very high JH. Hyper Crater Maker should be able to finish off Ekko here. Yes, it does, leaving just Yasuo left alive for Dan to clutch up. But there we go. One Girl Wrecking Crew, Crater Maker coming through. Going to be pulling through with Ekko. Going to be able to launch into Vi, slam you back down on the ground for a limit strike. Trying to get the One Girl Wrecking Crew through. Going to be able to Crater Maker again. Do not spend this Fury here and now, because we're going to be going to a final game, final round. If you don't, another launcher, JH slam you back down, and Hyper Crater Maker going to be securing a final game, final round.
I mean, there's just... I think that if you get command grab twice, then you just kind of accept your fate. That this is what's happening. It's like, I will just save Fury for the last round. I don't even deserve to have Fury in this situation. But when you go into this last round, you have a little bit of a break advantage, and the Yasuo assist is able to catch him out, but the cross-up slash is going to whiff a little bit too low on the jumping Vi. And for the first time I've ever seen it in my entire life, Vi 2H is putting in work.
Oh, nice going through there with the parry. Still got hit by the enhanced stinger, trying to make a way through. Counter just gonna get blocked a little bit by Ekko, who's trying to dash in. A little bit of teabagging is kind of crazy, but hey, we get in on the low. Going to be able to get our electric loop sorted through, especially with Ekko going to be clutching up to get a fully charged Vault Breaker in there. Mega Time Winder to boot 2. Going to be launching you to secure the death, and now it's just left to Yasuo to fight a clean 2v1.
Yeah, this is dangerous. They got basically full health. They got full break on their hand. This Vi has so much meter that's going to be used here, but unfortunately, it's going to limit strike. You used your wall bounce on the Crater Maker, or on the command grab, but lead into the Ekko. Take a break. No, decides instead just going to be able to tag launch, keeping it nice, keeping it simple, and going to be able to kill FinesseDan to move on in our bracket here.
Trinky going to be moving on another Ekko Vi, so we'll be getting that match up next. But first, we got to decide who's going to be fighting against them, as already the Warwick assist proving its worth, as QueenKoa able to find on the low and dash back a little bit, trying to find another pickup, and actually found a little happy birthday.
forcing the breakout. I think the moment that you get hit by a happy 9 times out of 10, you're bursting after. You're just, I don't want to have to deal with this. It is just so much damage, and especially when it's both characters, and the scaling on the assist is so high that it's just not something that anybody wants to be dealing with. But QueenKoa able to get some pickups, able to kill the Yasuo here, and is luckily able to use that Bloodlust Super as well, build up a lot of that gauge.
Gonna be getting that no escape. You know, we're already 3/4 of the way there. We got to continue the pressure though. Able to find that DP, which builds it so easily. Easily the best move for that. Going to be finding more looping back with the Vault Breaker. Going for the Feral Feast DP. Go down with actually the tear into another DP. Gonna be getting the claws in the air too, but tried to get a launcher at the end of that combo. Was unsuccessful in the fact.
Yeah, I mean, Ahri able to get some hits off. It's not looking too good for Iceberg here so far, but this is how you get the comebacks to start. You have Fury, you're getting some throws off, and the Yasuo is making it so that chip is becoming a factor. But wow, that Vi was getting hit, and then Warwick was able to escape, get the level 3 off, and seal this first round. I have not seen that interaction before. That was crazy.
That was kind of wild, but GG's out there to QueenKoa to start us off. Immediately, we saw the bait for the get up, immediately breaking on that. Iceberg wanted no mess to start off this round, but still cannot find their hit in. A jab coming through from QueenKoa. Going to be starting that electric loop in the corner. Going to be going for another Vault Breaker. Bloodseeker into the charge Vault Breaker. Going to be getting the denting blows and immediately trying to jab out on Wake Up. Nice break though, but both characters were on screen on a freestyle character. You already know Iceberg going to be capitalizing on that.
I mean, it's the freestyle privilege, and it just always works out for you. I mean, it's I think the best part about freestyle is I would say it, it's just the ability to always bait bursts. It's just so underrated, I feel.
Exactly, and there we go. Actually, as we're seeing that, you know, no freestyle on the screen just yet, but Iceberg still able to get a nice Fox Mine setup, trying to find the kill. There we go. Finds the chip out onto Warwick, leaving just Vi left on the screen. Again, a tough matchup against Ahri, especially with how much he just finagles around the screen. Vi can do the same thing, but hey, off a perfect parry and off of a neutral shimmy, whipping the throw for Iceberg. We are definitely going to be getting our electric loops up in here, going in with the Vault Breaker. Got to be watching out soon, since Iceberg now has active Fury, can go into it if they so choose, but nice Hyper Crater Maker, able to find a 2L, try to find a throw, it whiffed, get the air throw, and actually we don't spend it all. QueenKoa going to be able to take the first game.
That was crazy. What a hard call for that instant air throw. I like it though. That was impressive. I love seeing those. And yeah, like you said, very, very well played. Going back to character select. Oh my god, the switch to Braum. Yasuo was not working out. It's Braum time instead. That is crazy. What a swap. I mean, maybe it wasn't working out. We're going to the namesake for Iceberg, it seems. That's what a choice. That's crazy.
Especially since a lot of times, especially when you're playing as Vi, you can kind of just footwork behind if they're trying to pop the shield, and there's nothing really the Braum can do about it. Oh, you broke in the sky. That means there's pressure still going to be on you, but hey, a perfect parry. Hey, we'll take that on the side of Iceberg. Going to be getting Vi nice and out of there. Ahri still going to get DP'd, hella predictable, but hey, nice jump in coming in from Braum. Still going to get caught on the low. Actually, getting out of that call. I don't even know. We did the right follow-up. I don't even know what got you out of there.
Wow, the Braum switch is certainly working for Aura at least with the burst bait, but QueenKoa is undeterred. Just running straight in, but the shield! Putting in a lot of work, the Ahri super coming out. And this should be a dead Vi, able to lead this to the tag launch, and we're able to get the kill. And also apply ourselves with the Unbreakable. This is a perfect situation for Iceberg. This is everything you could possibly ask for.
That's a very good start to this game for them, but Warwick tried to get a grab off of that Primal Leap, was not successful off of that. Going to be able to find a 5M, actually got a happy birthday off that. Bloodlust going to be coming in, maybe try to go for the Feral Feast in there, goes for a tear, and this should take Braum out off of that DP. Has 3 bars a meter too, so off of this Bloodlust, if it goes long enough, we can get another one, but able to get an air throw and bait out for a Berserker Slash.
It's just so fast. No one's blocking that. On the wake up, like it's too quick, too hard to see. And QueenKoa is gonna make it work for them, but the Braum assist able to get this started, gonna be able to apply ourselves with the Unbreakable, and it's a little bit spooky for QueenKoa in this situation. Shield's coming up, but no tag. He's gonna follow. Oh, we're mash and parry. We're getting involved. Oh, able to dodge it, not a burst like block, but just was invincible for some of it. That was a little bit.
Okay, crouching on the low, going to be able to find that launcher. Bloodseeker coming out too, immediately followed up with the 5L. QueenKoa not letting go of Iceberg anytime soon. Wants to get this round done easy, lickety split, so they move on in the bracket, keeping them in there with a lot of pursuits, but not going to be able to finish Braum out. The big loaf going to be sticking in the backside as the Nine-Tailed Fox going to be keeping up the pressure, but now Braum is going to be shielding their way in.
I mean, we're going straight back into the Ahri. Wants to have that little Ahri projectile Oki, but in this case, it's not going to work out. Oh, but the full screen maximum wolf is going to be able to work out for QueenKoa here. The overhead's blocked, but you got to be so tight with the punish after. Luckily, Braum is still able to make it work, and this Warwick is going to die in the second game. It's up to Vi, but there's a lot of meter, and Braum is hurting. Oh, it's so spooky.
Are able to get their way in though. Going to be able to launch QueenKoa. Going to be able to find the charge Orb of Deception. If we're able to keep up this pressure, they should be a dead Vi. There we go, getting Iceberg in there. Going to be able to freeze Vi yet again. Get yourself down, get the level 3, and summon all of the Poros in order to just absolutely rush into Vi. Try to get our cookies in there. Do not want Vi touching them. And with that, takes the round on the board. Iceberg able to clutch up. Braum definitely giving them some more leeway and some more knowledge checks against QueenKoa, but it's still set point versus survival point up here, especially Warwick already starting off with 2 froze.
I mean, it's just so strong from Warwick, right? Like, the threat of the overhead constantly makes it so that people are oftentimes so free to the throws. And we're just beating up Vi.
You know, just beating up Vi. Sometimes it happens.
Yeah, I mean, it's what she's good at, I would say. A little bit of the overhead charge punch is on its way, but oh my god, we're just pressing back though. We're saying I don't want to deal with this. I think you're gonna be doing something here, and it's not gonna be hurting me. Our assist is not gonna work out. A lot of freestyle tag in here, but it's not really doing too much for him. Luckily able to jump out of that little like devil combo, or not, what's the word? Demon flip, there we go. Demon flip, and oh, the stagger is getting caught up by Iceberg. We're saying none of that.
Airthrow though coming through from Warwick. The Bloodlust is active right now. Iceberg has to be super careful, especially since they're trying to go for the Primal Leaps immediately. Finds the command grab on Snare, going to be getting the Feral Fang into the level 3, which if you don't know, if you already got Bloodlust active, actually heals you a little bit. So that is definitely going to be a nice benefit, and Berserker Slash in order to finish Braum off. Still, Ahri does have 3 levels of meter if they want to use it, and we did chase down with Berserker Slash, which means there's no more Bloodlust. We're stuck in a little bit of a happy birthday, so that gap is starting to get a little bit close. It's starting to get closer for Iceberg to try to make a run back.
And this is it. You need one good opening on here, and this is it. You have to run into Limit Strike though. No, not quite able to do it, and now any hit is going to kill you. You need the Fury as Iceberg here. The next combo has to run into Limit Strike if you're able to get it. Because I don't know, I think that any hit, you know, you just do, QueenKoa just does a super right after, and then there's no opportunity to burst. But this is it. This is what you needed. This has to go into Limit Strike, but the drop is going to be a tragedy. Oh no, no, there's so much spaghetti from both sides. An unoptimal punish, a get up attack that is not going to work because the Braum super assist is going to save the day. And the Braum assist is working out. The Braum switch, I think it was like 50% matchup difference, 50% like swag, you know? Like they're just going for it's the aura move. Play the less popular character.
So there's such a good call out there, especially off of the whiffed level 3. And QueenKoa, I imagine because of that press, is a little bit peeved from that. Going to already play very aggressive. I mean, you're already playing aggressive on Vi Warwick. That just comes with the territory. But now getting broken out of trying to get the Primal Leap in there and stuck in the corner. Iceberg has such a chokehold right now.
Yeah, the momentum's all in their favor, but Seems like QueenKoa is starting to try and take it back a little bit. Gonna lead this into the vibe punch. Ooh, unfortunate little drop, but then Iceberg tried to roll out of corner. The Vi. Oh no, the Ahri just runs into the waiting fist of Vi.
Nice relentless force going straight through that super, leaving such little health for Braum. Already going to have to cover because there is a lot of gray health that Iceberg can try to heal for Braum there, but instant Crater Maker going for a nice anti-air leading into that Hyper Crater Maker, taking a lot of health, and there we go, air throw from Warwick, going to be kicking you straight back to the ground, leaving just a little health left alive, and that health is already gone as QueenKoa is once again going to be on set point.
Yeah, I mean, they're making it work. I think that we've seen so many air throws, specifically from the Warwick here, and that has been doing so much damage to Iceberg, trying to make him scared to jump, to get in the air. But gonna lead into the Braum combo, get unbreakable, but able to tag back out to get this Oki. I like it. Now you have the Braum Oki in the back, trying to bait the burst. You can't be doing that. That is not what you want to see.
Still got such a good block string, nice pressure going on, able to get a throw, realizing how much they're blocking, going to be able to get a jump into putting QueenKoa back into the corner, going to be able to get the charged Orb of Deception, axe kicking you again, lobbing you up, down, and all around, whipping your throw, which seals the deal. Warwick going to be taken out there, leaving a clean 2v1 that Vi now has to fight.
Yeah, it seems like they both knew what was about to happen, both of them whipping. But Iceberg was able to get the best of him in the end. Tries to go for a Crater Maker anti-air, it seems, but that is such a... It's so good hitbox-wise, but it is so slow. I mean, Iceberg seemingly willing to just give up the Ahri here. It's not going to be quite enough to kill, but I can't imagine you're going to brink with this much health left over. You got to be saving it for the Fury, right?
Yeah, just gotta be saving for Fury right now. Maybe we are waiting for Ahri to be taken out here and trying to see how much she can live as much as possible. Oh, QueenKoa trying to get in there, messing up the timing on her counter, and a level 3. Looks like we're going to be going to a final game, final round situation for a second time in a row. These players are absolutely out here to scrap right now.
Yeah, I mean, the loser side of the bracket, it's getting intense. We're having some real close sets. And that's what you like to see. I love seeing the switch. I hope that it works out, but unfortunately this final game, final round is getting started off with a happy birthday. Air throw, though, is going to be able to save Iceberg for a little bit. So much damage on the Vi. He's luckily going to be able to be dodged with the block, with the break, but man, Warwick overhead. It doesn't matter how good you are. It doesn't matter how locked in you are. It's going to get you every once in a while.
Got you stuck in the corner. Nice being able to get that roll. Going to be able to find the DP going straight into the infinite duress in order to get the pressure started. Oh, waiting out a little bit, going immediately into the 2L, jabbing it twice in order to confirm. Bloodlust DP going in with the Feral Fang. Feral Feast. And through any loot, this should be able to take you out.
It's all up to the Ahri. Braum was cool. It was a nice switch, but in the end, it comes down to the top tiers. And this is it. This is, you have to go into limit break. I beg of you. No, the drop. That was the last thing that you needed, and unfortunately, it's also the last thing you're gonna be able to do in this bracket. The entire game is gonna go to QueenKoa off of that very unfortunate drop. Iceberg. Team Gaina. That's just what it's about. And then Echo Vi is team. I don't know. There's certainly. I don't know, what's like a fun, is there a fun pun name for this team? Probably,
Time Punch?
But, Time Punch? Punch card, like a I don't know. I'm too foolish for this, but QueenKoa already getting off to a good start with the grabs, and the get-up attack is going to be baited, but you can't be parrying there. With Freestyle, that is what Ekko's dream of. Just do take a break in their face and then just wait. Because they're going to do something. They're going to try and parry, or they're going to try and hit him, and tag back, go low, hit him with a grab maybe. There's so many good options. Unfortunately, DP's going to go a little bit too wide here. Oh, we're just mashing parry mid-combo. Some kind of reset was coming, and you're going to pay with Ekko's life for it. That was crazy. Both these players came to game out of their minds.
That's how you got to be pulling up to any bracket. An immediate vault breaker. I am in your head, JustCapitalB. I already know what you 5 players like to do, as Bloodlust going to be coming into the screen, trying to confirm with the standing H. Backing up for that overhead is wild, but hey, the Claws of the Beast are so good for a reason. Continuing with the Vault Breakers and the Bloodseekers into another Feral Feast. Get another Bloodseeker in there. Get a Terror in there. There's no more Bloodlust. It's fine. There's Vi. She's going to be swinging it in from the top ropes. Missed the timing on the denting blows, which is kind of wild. But going for a raw super, which is going to hit. That's kind of crazy, JustCapitalB. I want to be called out like that.
I mean, it happens. Sometimes you just get hit by the raw level. It comes for us all, truly. If you think about it, QueenKoa dropped a combo there. They were just getting what. Now we got the charge pump coming in. The Helm Breaker is going to be able to land, and the punches just add so much damage to this. You got the Oki set up. The overhead isn't quite going to work out, but the stand medium is going to work out. The sway able to dodge the break, and now you got Warwick in your face. You got a punch coming at you, and the DP is going to be able to save QueenKoa here. But the push block, it's not going to be able to get him far enough away, and we knew that a parry was coming. QueenKoa has had CapitalB's number so far this bracket. Very, very nice.
Facing was just the doom and gloom there, and Bloodlust coming through. Immediate for an air throw. Get up attack actually going to catch. I imagine QueenKoa was looking for that, tried to backdash, and now the Mega Timewinder situation going to be coming out, slamming you on the wall, stopping you in time again, getting another one in there to boot too, but we got the level 3. We still got Bloodlust active. Just got to find a way to get out of this pummel, but the denting blow is going to be coming through, trying to get something on Wake Up. Nice, going to be sweeping on the low. Bloodseeker coming through with the Feral Feast coming out. Get another Bloodseeker in there. That is going to be taken out. The Piltover Enforcer from Arcane is now Ekko. Immediately just going to be standing there as you get curb stomped. And then another vault going to be broken.
I mean, that was also a very ambitious break. Both characters on screen. Freestyle was available, but oh my god, so much damage from this Fury chip comes out, but it's not enough. The 2L from Warwick has been putting in so much work, able to go into a tag launch. This isn't going to kill with the level 3, but it's going to deal a lot of damage. Unfortunately, not quite able to wait off the Fury, and Fury does not tick during these ultimates. So you're still going to get that defense buff, but it's so much damage. Oh no, but it doesn't even matter. Ekko's comes into play, and QueenKoa is going to take his first match in Losers Quarterfinals. That was crazy. I did not think that was going to kill. That was impressive.
Hey, you gotta remember, we are squishy like that. Oh, nice finding out with that Timewinder, trying to get Warwick, but nice retreating guard in order to get back in on Vi. JustCapitalB starting off this round very well, picking up with that Crater Maker into the Timewinder. Going to be launching. Nice break though, especially since, you know, JustCapitalB was close by. They're trying to get away with the J2H right now. We're trying to track him down with the One Girl Wrecking Crew. Pick up a Crater Maker into the Hyper Crater Maker, and we're gonna see what we're gonna be doing on Wake Up here. Immediate get up attack, trying to vault break to get the distance through, but we get jabbed out.
Just in your face. I'm pressing parry. You're gonna do something, I bet. But oh no, sees the punch come through, but it just still hits it. The train was speeding at you, but you didn't quite react in time. And yeah, there we go. Using that tag freeze to be able to get an air throw right after. The clone is on the other side, but QueenKoa's defense is not failing them here. Timewinder straight into the Vibe punch. You have a little bit of a chance here, but there's just so many mixes there. Are you going overhead? Are you going low? It's just, with the clone up especially, it just gets so difficult to see. But the sway through a Timewinder, that's the thing you gotta be scared about as Ekko. It's just so much time, and this is going to be a lot of damage, and it's going to kill. The last stand puts in a lot of work there. Fury almost available for QueenKoa here. It's pretty much a one-hit game for both players, but the super assist works out. And yeah, we're deciding to go straight into the limit strike. Fury is going to be the option, and the parry is going to be able to stop the charge punch from coming through. You have a lot of meter, CapitalB, but it might not matter. We're going into the level 1, the Giga Punch technique, and you are the most killed man on the entire planet right now. And QueenKoa has full Fury as well for this potential last round of the set.
All right, here's a time proof method that works every time for JustCapitalB. JustCapitalB, I'll put money into the pot if you win. All right. Deal?
This works? Is this
Okay,
the strategy?
this has worked before. This has worked before.
Oh, I see. They're about the bag.
Yeah, they're about the bag. All right. Now you got the money incentive. You know, you're already playing your heart out against Warwick, trying to be able to. Ooh, you got air thrown. I am so sorry there, buddy. Especially since they're still hot on you, but you're able to get up, start an electric loop onto Warwick, get a little ball breaker in there too, and I imagine we're carrying this into death do us part.
Oh, yeah, okay, barely. The OTG was able to save it. CapitalB's coming for your money, and he wants it so bad.
You know, I never said how much money.
Oh, that's true. It could be a couple cents.
No, I wouldn't do him like that. Oh, wow, that was some crazy bait on the counter. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I mean, just gotta rewind. It's always available. Such a strong option. I mean, it doesn't matter if you guess right 3 times because Ekko makes you guess 4 in a row. Timewinder's gonna be able to stop the assist from Warwick coming out, and the 2H able to get this started. But the Vibe Punch is on its way. It's just beating the absolute shit out of Ekko. Unfortunate though, the DP is not gonna work out, and Ekko's running at you with a punch coming in behind it. Helmbreaker able to put a little bit of work.
Some of that Timewinder, nice, gonna be able to find the Crater Maker, put you into the corner, still being able to carry, and Vi gonna be coming through, gonna be jabbing you out, actually missing the timing on the denting blows, but at least on the wake up roll, able to get that jab in light, and immediately trying to get in there with the JH off the J2H. That was such a good vault in order to get in there, and now Ekko's coming through. Man, JustCapitalB really did hear me, really watching the stream right now. Gonna be cashing out with the cease and desist, really trying to come after my bank account. You know, I just paid for Frosties, man. I don't got that much money.
Apparently you do. Apparently your favorite team, you know, your team can save you here, but CapitalB's coming for it. Big momentum shift, I feel like. That was such a long combo. QueenKoa just had to sit there and watch it all. And, I mean, this is what you need. Taking a little bit of a break, I like it, but still getting involved right when round start. Running in, punching, doing all that Vi can do. A little bit ambitious with the charge punch. It doesn't quite work out. Forced to use the break here. And the DP goes slightly wide. Now you gotta deal with Ekko Timewinder on the screen, and it's a little bit too much for him here. Able to tag launch, gonna be able to get real close to the corner, not quite. But the Vi grab, the fists are coming for you, and Ekko is gonna be able to finish this off. Take a break, no freestyle needed, able to secure that really short cooldown that assists usually have. Keeping yourself safe. A little bit of a roll, but the parry comes out. Oh my god, the crossover. But a little bit too much sauce for their own good. QueenKoa just getting mixed by themselves. And the electrics are coming through. Level 3 gonna seal the deal. And CapitalB is taking a really good lead in this last game of this set.
It's JustCapitalB really trying to make sure I run my pockets. Going to try to get one last round on the board in order to secure moving on into the loser semis. Able to jab out of that counter, already putting QueenKoa into the corner with these electric loops. Nice break though in order to get out of that bad situation. Trying to rush back in by charging up your vault breaker. Warwick going to have to play patient, but still got called out on the low. Mega Timewinder situation going to be coming through now. Helmbreaker bringing you back down. Spy going to be slamming you down from the top ropes like dunking a basketball. Going to be getting that denting blows, but still not enough to take out this big bad wolf. But at least the Vi's going to be getting a lot of strays out here. Dang!
Yeah, I mean, you're spamming parry by QueenKoa, but it's a little spooky. If you spam parry there, the assist for some reason takes even more damage. So luckily able to save the Vi, but you're hurting so bad. And this command grab is gonna finish it. And this is so much health you gotta chew through as QueenKoa. There's a break on board for CapitalB. It's just so rough. But this is how you get it started. Force him to use break after the parry. And Ekko's hurting. This is it. This is what you needed. But a whiff. And CapitalB is ready to punish you for it. And there it is. You gotta add to the pot.
Yeah, I said what I said. All right.
Illaoi has the QS2 tag, which I think is one of the best moves in the game, especially now that they're going to be removing those charged up projectiles from the game. That Illaoi 2S2 is so good. Luckily, we're going to be escaping that happy birthday with a break and just mashing 2L here. able to catch out Rymo. Break is coming up, but we got to imagine gonna try and use it at that timing to prevent any of the Ekko or Illaoi like weird tentacle Oki shenanigans to take place.
Okay, there we go. Backing up a little bit to try to make our way back in, as we're just going to be having to wait out a bunch of these really rough situations, trying to get a fireball in there. Both of them going back and forth with this fireball too. It's madness all around, but Rymo is the one who's getting the leg up right now, going to be able to charge up their spear ball, going to be able to get some nasty damage in there too.
I mean, I think that so much of this game is being able to really react and figure out what's going on in a scramble quickly, and that is why handshake tag is such a strong mechanic, is that it gives you that extra couple of frames to be able to see what's going on and be able to like assess and think about your game plan going forward, and being able to navigate that scramble properly is what separates the good players from the great players. And Obelisk hopefully here is going to be able to see what's going on with this Oki, but the parry goes a little bit too early. We're just barely too soon to make that work, and Rymo is going to take the first round.
Unfortunate there. Rymo can be able to get that round up. Nice break though coming through from Obelisk, you know, trying to keep themselves some safe, trying to jump in with Ahri. The point is on Illaoi, so they're just backing up, waiting to take some space as they're going in now, going to get the hit on Ekko, but nice break.
Yeah, able to dodge that happy birthday from that. It's just so scary. But cross up from Ekko is going to be able to catch the Illaoi. This is so spooky. Able to lead into no meter for the Ekko, but it doesn't matter because you just tag along straight into the Ahri. No limit strike, unfortunately, slightly too late on that input, but still making it work with these throws. And the Ekko assist crossing over as the Ahri. I get so mad whenever someone like just jumps leisurely over your head and then is able to get a cross up with their assist. It works on me every time, and it just gets my blood boiling.
Okay, wait a minute. Nice. Charging the Orb of Deception. This is really good pressure from Rymo right now. They are really trying to seal these winners finals out from under Obelisk's nose, but still you're going to have to find a launcher or something in order to make your way back in against Ahri. There we go. Ekko going to be able to tie the knot, get that Mega Time Winder in there, get the Limit Strike off. Need one more good interaction. What are we doing on the tangles? We're getting hit by the level 3.
I mean, we're just mashing it. We're saying, I just want to deal a lot of damage to this Ekko, and it's not quite enough to finish him off, though. It's still so spooky. But the crossover with the assist, Rymo got mixed. You gotta imagine Obelisk, you just have to spam Fury, yeah. Any hit would chip you out, but the air throw is able to get you not able to heal up enough in time with the Fury, and Rymo taking the first game in this winner's finals.
Rymo already starting off with a very explosive start, really trying to take the names up from under Obelisk here, who has been on a roll, of course, in Paragon line, now here being in the winners finals and still being put into the corner right now. Rymo really trying to get the belt out, hitting the brakes, coming back in, getting the Helm Breaker off, trying to get the Time Tangler in there with the Time Winder, but this time around that Oki is not going to be successful.
Yeah, a little bit too early. You gotta be so tight with that. Like, that is the one issue with like Burrito and Twins Oki from Ekko, is that while it is super duper strong and probably should not be in the game, it is a little bit of an execution check on you. And if you fail, then you wasted a meter, you get pretty suboptimal Oki, and now it's Rymo's turn to get into the corner against this Illaoi. You may have tried to do Oki against me, but now it's my turn.
Got out, still got hit out. Wait a minute.
Oh my god, the tentacles were always there. They're back. Crossover into the Illaoi assist, but the follow-up isn't quite there. And we're just keeping it moving, trying to make sure that the motion does not stop here. Saving time, trying to wait out a little bit, but the 2H is just gigantic from Illaoi. It hits everywhere that you could possibly be as Ekko. And now it's all up to this Ahri with low HP. Obelisk is in a really good spot, and that's going to be it. The assist has been putting in a lot of work from the Illaoi here, and I can't say that it's not like a good adaptation from Obelisk. You know, really just starting to use that Illaoi assist a lot more.
Yeah, Okay. Really nice start, though, coming through for Rymo. You know, Rymo trying to get that run back. Did not want that round going out from under them, but sometimes it does happen like that. Going to try to get another hit in, but they're just going to be resetting a little bit back to neutral. You know, just missing each other a little bit. But there we go. Got a hit. Did not connect successfully for the Time Winder in order to carry, but that's perfectly fine. Rymo can try to get back up, you know, hit for another day. But Obelisk getting that charge to Orbit Deception, getting that Axe Kick, getting that Launcher, getting Illaoi in there. Going to be getting that Call of Cthulhu in there. Switching back to Ahri. But still, how can we get our way back in?
And just a lot of retreating guard, just backing all the way up, saying, I don't want to deal with none of this. And the tentacle gives enough plus frames that Rymo stopped blocking for a second, sending them straight back down. Let's see what this combo is. A nice little limit strike, and you still got tentacles available. And there's just so much going on the screen. It's so hard to see where Ahri was coming from. But Ekko is barely able to survive. Oh, but another super coming out, but it's not enough. Able to hard tag the Ekko out, it's just barely a sliver of life.
Trying to rush in right now, able to get the foot, able to try to go for the overhead, tentacles coming through to boot 2, getting the axe kick, not enough. Ekko just going to get 2x KO'd as the tentacles were over there chipping out on Ahri. That was a really nice ending there for Obelisk, who's going to be able to tie it up.
Yeah, and it just got called in order to die. It was just not what you want to be seeing from Rymo. And now it's tied up. I think that I would assume that this is a 1st to 3 instead of 1st to 2, so that both players got a lot of time here still to adjust, to adapt to each other, but I mean, it's looking good for Obelisk so far.
Looking really good for Obelisk to try to make a run back, able to get the Call of Cthulhu set up, and Ahri still trying to chase down on Rymo. Going to be able to get a few hits in, but Rymo able to catch on the low, carrying Obelisk into the corner, and if they keep this up, they should be able to take out Obelisk, because Ahri going to be able to catch on the low and go for the limit strike, which is just enough. Doesn't even need to spend any bar, as now Obelisk got to find a way to get in there, especially since the fuse is now deemed useless. You can't double down if you don't got a partner.
Yeah, I mean, that is the one issue. These, like, 2-player fuses in general, right? It's like, once one of you don't have a fuse anymore. I guess once one of your character dies in Sidekick and Juggernaut, you don't have a round anymore, so it doesn't really matter too much there either, but I mean, evening it out here, it's going to be both characters with the one pretty much full health, but Rymo has the Fury available to him. Not a lot of corner carry coming from the Illaoi combo here. Both characters just waiting a second, trying to get a nice like lay of the land here, but the stand medium is going to be able to catch up Rymo, just slowly chipping away at his health.
And the tentacle.
Run up, bro. We're just getting involved.
Really good coming out from Rymo there. Just really had the balls in order to run in and get that run up throw, and now continuing the pressure, hitting the brakes, just exploding into there from a limit strike, and now the Time Tangler coming through, hitting both that and the Time Winder, going to carry with the Hyper Spirit Rush with the Mega Time Winder, instantly ending in the death of Obelisk.
Yeah, I mean, that's not what you want to be seeing, and Rymo is able to secure that round while still saving the break meter for this next one. And that's so important in this game. The overhead goes a little bit long, and the Time Winder is not going to be able to do anything here. But even post-break, it's just not enough.
Ooh, jumping in again. Nice baiting out that break, though. Really solid there coming out from Rymo, who's going to be able to put Obelisk into the corner, pop out on the Time Tangler, but still gets put into the corner by Obelisk, who's going to be carrying them into the wall, carrying them into another tentacle, and going to be starting up their tentacle pressure.
I mean, you love to see these Illaoi combos coming in. And here we go, another one of these weird little setups, goes for a reset. Yeah, uses the orb to OTG, and then tries to reset in the scramble after, but in this case, the combo just dropped soon after. And now Ekko is going to be able to lead into a tag. This should be able to kill, right? You just go into super. Not quite, and unfortunately you build Obelisk just so much burst in this scenario, but he tags out into the Ahri. That's not what you want to see, just leaves them to die. Fury is there, a little bit of a burst bait from Rymo here, but the throws have been putting in a lot of work. Now let's go straight into super, giving him zero chance to use the break and able to go up 2-1 in this winner's final set. I like it. That was very good routing. Just remove any chance of a Fury, no comeback for you.
Very good run up there for Rymo, able to 2-1 right now, but of course we are now in at first to 3, and Obelisk knows that. Ahri starting off very strong on Ekko, though Ekko is able to kind of get in there, trying to get another jump in. There we go, the tentacles coming through with that overhead, going to be able to get that throw off too, able to cross up a little bit. Rymo looking a little worse for wear on the Ekko right now. Obelisk is kind of putting the belt in, trying to find every opportunity.
Yeah, you gotta make some changes to your Obelisk, and seemingly it's working out so far in this 4th game. Just backdashing for a while, waiting for the charge S2. Both players just very, very happy to play this full screen kind of mix-up game.
Okay, here we go. Found the fireball. Found the throw. This could be the start of something really good for Rymo, especially baiting out that get-up attack, forcing the break from Obelisk to try to get that charge orb deception. Ooh, nice anti-air coming out there, leaving just Ahri for Rymo, but they're starting off strong with that Spirit Rush.
And this combo is what you need to make a comeback, and you have full Fury available, and this is going to deal so much damage, give you the limit strike, give you the Oki that you want. The push block is going to be able to save Obelisk's characters for now. The attack is going wide, and the 2H is putting in work, but the Fury saves him. This is a big, big chance for Rymo here. You gotta make it work with this Fury. You gotta do something. But Obelisk is doing their very best to just stall out the timer on this red mode as long as they possibly can. But it's not quite enough, and Ahri is gonna die for this. Just do so much damage from the Fury buff. And now, just like that, the entire character gets deleted, and Rymo is at an advantage here. Obelisk does have access to the level 3 though, which has proven to be useful. One chance is all that they need. It's starting to play a factor. 20 seconds left on the clock, and the Ahri assist is so fast and goes so far that it's able to whiff punish Rymo and make the round go the way of Obelisk here.
Alright, nice job from Obelisk, going to be able to carry and put, once again, Rymo into the corner, find another tentacle on them, going to be getting that launcher 2 off the tentacle, putting you off of the ground, and slamming you back down to the ground. Ahri coming through too with that Spirit Rush, might be able to just kill off here. A little bit of a TOD come through after a few scrambles, and now Rymo left with just their Ekko to try to make a run back. That's 16 seconds in, but hey, immediate Time Winder into Mega Time Winder. That is a good way to start off.
I mean, it's just so safe. Rymo going for a little bit of a reset there. Hoped that they would tech backwards, but just did not go the way that they wanted it to. But the 2H after the Ahri air special is going to work out, and now you got to deal with this Ekko. The push block doesn't matter though. You just again decides to wait on the break, trying to save it for a 3rd round perhaps, but there it is with the super to pick up after that. Illaoi back assist is so strong. And yeah, we're just using another super. We don't need Oki. We're just dealing as much damage as humanly possible. Unfortunately, uses the wrong version of the super, I believe, is not able to finish that out. But it doesn't matter. No break used from Rymo that entire last round. That was unfortunate. Fury just was not able to come into play.
Wasn't able to come through, and now we're tying it up here in the winners finals 2-2. Again, these players going to the final game, trying to really draw it out and see who is going to be moving on in the bracket to the grand finals, who is the better player here. And already Obelisk running Rymo into the corner, but Rymo able to get a bit of a cross up, now putting Obelisk in there and getting a small bit of damage onto Illaoi, a good amount of chip onto Ahri.
That's the benefit of Time Winder Super, right? Is that you can always just like use a string, and then it'll just deal so much damage to the assist if they push block by accident. Now we just do this straight into the charged air S2. Yep. Take a break into the. Oh, decides not to use a tag launcher there. Instead, just goes for that raw Ekko Oki, and it's not going to work out. You might have to use the break here to save the Ekko. Yep.
There we go, able to get another kill onto Ahri from Obelisk. Just going to be Illaoi right now for Obelisk. Gonna have to find a way in order to get back in, especially losing your main get-in tool. But hey, still able to try to get a Spirit Rush in there, but that's not before Rymo is able to Spirit Rush in there themselves against Obelisk. Nice being able to jump in on that hit and get that tentacle pressure in the corner. But Ekko just gonna be running up, getting that Mega Time Winder, and now they're going to be on set point.
I mean, this is just... I mean, this is just what you want to see, right? Taking the first round is so important, and it gets you a lot of momentum going in here. And now you have Ekko getting the first hit, no break available for Obelisk, and you're able to lead into a full combo here. I have to imagine it's going to be a tag launch. No, just happy to just go with the Ekko Oki, chase him down with the throw. Doesn't even decide to use the clone that was available. Just goes for another throw after. This is bold from Rymo, and it's not working out, unfortunately.
Not working out at all. You're going to be launched again, slammed back into the ground. Call of Cthulhu going to be coming out into the charged Orb of Deception, which is going to be setting you up instantaneously for a Hyper Spirit Rush, which is going to take out Ekko yet again, leaving just Ahri on the board for Rymo. He's going to trade with Obelisk, trying to chase him down, maybe trying to get a Fireball in there or that Time Winder assist, but a throw is going to be tying up the characters.
I mean, the stagger pressure is so good from Ahri sometimes. And yeah, forcing out the Fury break from Obelisk, and now we're just using this super, try and control the neutral as much as we possibly can. Just don't want to deal with that Fury, and we're deciding to use our own this time. Be able to block that overhead. That's not been working out for Obelisk so far. But the Fury dash cancel on the get up attack. Obelisk thought it was their turn, but it just wasn't. And now it's going to be able to run out the clock on that entire Fury, get the limit strike into an Oki situation, and the parry works out, but it doesn't matter. We got so, oh my god, this is so close. Rymo with the cross up, that doesn't happen, and now it's just going to be able to finish it off with the Game 5 victory going towards the way of Rymo with the Ekko.
Going to be seeing the Ekko vibes going up against each other now, seeing who's going to be staying in the bracket to fight against an Ahri Illaoi, which I imagine is a very nice grand prize. Looks like already JustCapitalB starting off very strong, immediately trying to put Trinky in the corner, dropped but picked it right back up with the air throw, trying to get on the low and trying to find one of those Time Winders, but nice counter, but not enough.
Yeah, I mean, it hit the wrong target, unfortunately. Capital B was able to punish it properly. And the air throw coming through again. No tag, but the parry into a mash, but unfortunately you were just facing the wrong way. Ekko made you look. And now you're going to deal so much damage. This might be able to kill. Just goes straight into the level 3 after a take a break. It's going to be really close. Ekko level 3, not known to do it. But unfortunately, Ekko also is a very low health character. And yeah, it's going to be able to punish it here. And that's going to be the first character down for Trinky in this set. Oh, another parry. I think Trinky has been using it so often throughout these games. And it's been working out more often than it hasn't. I gotta respect it to some degree.
Working very well for Trinky, and Trinky is actually going to be working very well, continuing this combo, getting the Hyper Crater Maker, picking up with an assist too for some more damage, and one more confirmed. No, getting thrown actually, and a Crater Maker going to be securing that kill for JustCapitalB and that round. Very little health left for Ekko, but enough to get the dub.
I mean, Trinky's swagging out a little bit too more once again. It's just the sways are really sick, but it's just not always working out in your favor. Oh, but the throw is just a little bit too far. It's Vi's turn to do some pressure, get a command grab. No combo's going to be able to follow it because we have no assist, but the parry on the punch is going to be able to save it. It's time for pressure. Now you got to deal with all of this. There's no overhead, and Capital B gets caught out by the low. Oh no,
nice
this time
too.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't do it the first time, did it this time? It's classic how mix-ups work.
There we go. Going to be able to get that hit in, and should be able to finish this combo with the death of Vi. Going to be tying up the rounds 1-1 right now. Again, these players playing so close against each other. Nobody having a true clean set. And immediately trying to send in a Time Winder. Crazy interaction, and a Crater Maker still coming down from the heavens for Trinky, trying to charge in with the Vault Breaker too. And now both the Echoes kind of reset against each other, back into the neutral. But watch out. Yep, there we go. The charged Vault Breaker going to be taking a lot of health from Trinky's side.
I mean, I think that the take a break into tag is such a like potent mix. You really either gotta parry the first one, or you're gonna have to be able to hold this like left, right, side to side, all this with the freestyle. And it's just so scary. And now it's time for this really, really high damaging Vi combo. Maybe a touch of death. It's certainly gonna be close. Tag launch into the Ekko, but unfortunately, I already used one of those from before. It's just gonna have to be Oki, and the throw after a little bit of a failed combo is gonna kill this Vi in the first game. And now Ekko has such low health. Fury is almost built, but it isn't quite enough. We were not mashing it as much as we should have been, and that's gonna be the first game going in the way of Capital B.
Right, nice job there for Capital B, going to be able to take that game. Already starting off very strong, which means I'm not putting any more money on the board for you, dog. You got your 10 bucks. It's only when you're down and out. You got to remember those conditions. But speaking of conditions, JustCapitalB trying to make Trinky sign them conditions towards death, as we're going to be going back to the bye, getting those denting blows in there. Not going to be finishing off with anything crazy. Actually going to be finishing off with getting hit themselves.
I mean, the jump back Helmbreaker is so powerful. I think that, like, jump back Helmbreaker call assist is one of the most powerful neutral tools in the game. It's just really difficult to deal with. But Ekko's just running at you with that jump medium, leading to this nice optimal combo. Tag launcher after, you're gonna be able to go into the Vi limit strike. I'm not a huge fan of Vi's Oki as a whole. It feels like you're kind of guessing on your own pressure a lot of the time, but in this case, Capital B still able to become the victor from it. No Ekko assist to be able to get this combo to do as much damage as you want, but the reset after with the Oki is going to be enough to kill this Vi. And now Trinky's down to the Ekko. Fury about halfway, but we're just spamming Time Winder. We're throwing all this up.
It works, and now it's always the Echoes on the screen last. Just gonna be trying to time wind against each other. Did not roll out of the way of that last stand, but at least going to escape that combo, but getting put into another mega time winder situation as Trinky is going to be clutching up that round. Going to be able to get a leg up in this game against JustCapitalB, who's already swinging in there for a jab, trying to charge up their Vault Breaker, but still Ekko got called out, put into the corner, get it slashed through, saying it is my time, and the mega time winder to come into boot to already taking over half the health from JustCapitalB's Ekko. That is rough. Vi's gonna get in there though, gonna get some jabs. That's the assist. You gotta back off. You gotta get the point character. You gotta remember that.
Yeah, I like Capital B deciding to sway out mid combo, just being like the recognition to be able to tell that this is not gonna work out the way that using the jump 2H to be able to maneuver around the time winders, get in Capital B's face, and kill the Ekko here. I will say, I think that Capital B, like, the strong character from Capital B that I feel like they're super duper confident in is that Vi. So it's certainly comebackable, but two characters versus one is just a huge amount of health bars to chew through. And in this case, I don't think it's going to happen. Tag launch into the Ekko Oki. Very nice.
We're coming out to boot 2, gonna be able to jab through, should be able to carry this into death to tie it up. Oh no, we drop it, and a happy birthday is gonna be coming out. Wait a minute, really good for JustCapitalB, going to be continuing it now with the 2M mega time winder to boot 2, bring you back down, going for the cease and desist. Of course, it does not hit both in the actual super, but at least we take out Ekko here, leaving just Vi right now for Trinky. JustCapitalB really trying to make that run back, but they don't have Fury yet. Trinky does. Trinky has full bar. We don't got any bar. They're going in with the Relentless Force. They get blocked. She could have jumped over it, but nice Fury coming through from Trinky, trying to close it out, trying to find the perfect way to get in. JustCapitalB got to be super careful right now, at least canceling over and over that Ekko assist. Now going to be on your tail, getting a hit in. Can we go into death with this? I imagine we can in this electric series to tie up the rounds. We're staying alive.
I mean, that was so scary. Any hit from Trinky would have finished that game off right there, right? Like, the amount of damage in which you're able to chip through, and even if like just a normal S1 hit, you just do that into a Fury dash cancel, and then you just chip out from there. But Capital B was able to maneuver around and just be able to dodge any hit from landing. Now, even post-break, the punches is coming, and it's just so much.
Ekko though trying to jump in right now. A happy birthday coming out. We saw one earlier from JustCapitalB in this round, but now Trinky able to secure one. Get the time link Tangler trying to get the throw on Oki. Going to be able to wrap up that burrito nicely though for JustCapitalB. Trinky not going to be the one to wrap it. Going to be able to get a little happy birthday for a second by taking a lot of strays, including that Relentless Force. But because that wasn't the point character, Ekko just going to come in swinging, taken out by, leaving just Ekko to try to keep Trinky alive. Ekko though going to get thrown, pop that ultimate, going to be able to hit just on the edge of that hitbox and going to be able to take that second game.
I mean, it's just a tragedy, right? But here we go. It's going to be a first to 3 once again. Getting off to a decent start for Obelisk. The projectiles are able to stop the Vi punchers from doing much work. And we go into a slight happy birthday here, and the break, yeah, you gotta break. Any super there would have just done so much damage to both health bars.
Nice being able to roll in.
I mean, the screen freeze just kept you on the same side post-roll. That was so weird to see, and it's gonna result in a full character from Ahri and about half of health from Illaoi. That was just unlucky. Riot Games, please.
Is unfortunate. Riot, of course, is on everything in terms of making sure this game is nice, prim, and proper, so I imagine they'll be fixing that soon, but we're still in the current version of the game we have now, and Obelisk is absolutely running JustCapitalB into the corner, able to pop that super and take Ekko out, leaving just Vi in here. Vi, in terms of going up against Illaoi, I'll say this, coming from somebody who's fought Illaoi too many times to count, you just got to be really, really patient and space out Obelisk as much as possible, because Illaoi does not have the tools to chase you down as much as you do them, and that's exactly what we see here. Nice chase down into the Relentless Force, taking Illaoi out of there.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, like you said, it's like a neutral game with those two characters, and Vi is one of the best neutral playing characters on the ground in the game, if not the best, I would say. And it can be really hard to get away as Illaoi. Don't have to get away when you're in the face. Using that tentacles to bait out a parry, that's going to lead into a lot of damage here, but unfortunately a slight drop into a backdoor is going to switch the tides to go into CapitalB's favor, and we're doing throw loops. We're just doing it again, and Obelisk with the gall to throw one more time, or to roll out one more time. I'm surprised that they went for that.
There we go, going to be able to launch in there, and there we go, going to be able to get another tentacle in, take out Vi, leaving just Ekko for JustCapitalB, but Ekko is still a monster in this game, so we are running them ones in the corner, going to be able to teleport for another Helmbreaker. Now just going to be exploding into a Helmbreaker, into the Time Tangler, setting up that Time Miner to make sure you stay blocking, but we don't watch out for the tentacles, which means Ahri's going to be getting the leg up on us, putting us into the corner, getting that launcher. There's a tentacle, there's 4 tentacles now on the screen, and a charged Orb of Deception. No, we're not charging it, we're just going to be putting it straight up, because we're already getting a lot of damage and a good nice setup with those tentacles. But now Fury is popped and still getting called out in the air too. I imagine this is going to lead straight into Ekko's death.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate. Popping Fury right to just die immediately after feels so bad. And now you have no Fury for this final round in this first game. It's just not the situation that you want to be in. Ekko's assist has been getting caught out so often in these round starts, and it's time for Tentacle O'Clock into another Ahri super. The Tentacle Slam is going to be able to lead, not into a Limit Strike though. Vi was a little bit too high, and now you're going to eat this whole combo. Charge Punch, take a break, one more Charge Punch, and then able to still get the Tag Launcher after. That is such a nice combo from CapitalB. Following into the Oki after, but Obelisk is able to escape.
Okay, really nice escape coming there from Obelisk. JustCapitalB gonna be able to take a lot of damage, especially as Illaoi's coming in there for a super tag MVCI situation. Takes Ekko out, leaving just Vi on the board. Vi immediately going to be getting put into a tentacle combo. We do have Fury active. We are going to pop it. We are going to try to J2H to get behind, but again, getting anti-aired. But nice throw, though, coming out from JustCapitalB. Cannot get the follow-up with the Crater Maker, just too far away from that. Ahri going to be jumping in, going every which way in order to close it out, as Obelisk is going to be able to take the first game on the board.
Yeah, I mean, first game to Obelisk, very nice. CapitalB just wasn't able to use the Furies in the way that you want to be able to. You know, just every time that they got Fury off, it just seemed like there was no answer afterwards. And it didn't quite work out. No punish on the rewind, though. You gotta be super duper happy about that if you're Capital B. A little bit of a jump over to make the charge punch land. I like it. I've not seen that mix up before. I'm a big fan. Got Oki time, parry, and just mashing jab after. Beautiful defense from Obelisk here.
We go. Going to be charging up that Orb of Deception. Going to be able to get an axe kick in there too. Lead straight into the tag launcher. JustCapitalB has got to find a way out of this bad situation. You know, the Call of Cthulhu is on you. Ahri's going to be able to space you out. You're going to be trading Ekko's life, especially with all them strays coming through in the overhead. Going to secure a start on buy. Pick it up again for a bit of a reset as we're starting to leave the corner. Go mid-screen. Another tentacle is going to be able to carry us. And Ahri is just trying to get in here too in order to secure a limit strike. No, going for a tag launcher into another Call of Cthulhu. We went full screen, did another Call of Cthulhu, did a charged Orb of Reception in order to keep you in the corner. And there we go, another round for Obelisk.
Yeah, the supers have been putting in a lot of work. The tentacle supers with Ahri's mix coming right after is so powerful. She has such ambiguous mix with the instant air dash or the delayed air dash or just no air dash at all into a low that it's so difficult to get out of. And it looks like we're gonna have to deal with it one more time as Obelisk is probably gonna set up the install into a super tag after. Yeah. And nice, you get limit strike, you get the dart, and the get up attack doesn't work. Obelisk has been schmoving so far. Oh, but the roll through. Not quite enough.
Fortunate there, still going to get launched right now, slammed back to the ground, gonna get rolled through, and there we go. JustCapitalB starting to show some signs of life, starting to get those throws in there, but just as quick, the tag in from Illaoi going to secure a good amount of damage. So close to Fury right now, gotta pop it. I'm surprised we did not try to bait out the Fury, considering that was their only real option left.
Ooh, but the ultimate deciding that is such a strong projectile, it's just going to go straight through the Timelander super and able to punish JustCapitalB for hitting the assist. We've seen it time and time again, and if you get too ham on the assist, then it can be a little bit scary and it can definitely lead to you losing round.
Could be the case that it looks like we're going to be going straight into the next game. It is 2-0 up right now for Obelisk. Capital B gotta find a way in order to clutch up if they want a little more dough.
That's very nice. I like that. You know, maybe that wasn't on purpose, but Capital B taking a second to take a breath after the, like, when you're down 2-0, you gotta start thinking about it. You gotta be able to really compose yourself. And then these assist calls from Ekko at the round start have been getting sniped out by the Ahri just repeatedly. I have not seen one work out so far. It just puts you down so much, but the charge punch lands. It's been, I mean, it is really hard to deal with, but Ekko, his bat is just not quite long enough. And Ahri is going to be able to send you all the way to the corner. Might be a super tag angle into the tentacles. No, just instead decides to do normal pressure as Ahri here. And this should be a dead Ekko with the super tag angle. Or might not even need it. Might be able to kill it. Just uses the Ahri level 1 super tag. 1 meter is enough.
Here we go, going to be continuing to charge in, going to find another conversion, and with that, going to be putting you into the corner, finding OTG, and with that Hyper Spirit Rush, going to be knocking you out, and you want, JustCapitalB, if you find a way to reverse this set and win, that's another $10 to the pot.
Oh my god, this is the power-up, this is what they needed. I mean, it is such a large amount of matches that they need to win a row. You have to
I believe they can do it. I believe.
I mean, I do too. If anybody can do it, it's Capital B, but it's certainly going to be difficult. I think you're already down the break in this potential last round. I don't know.
Have to find a way though, especially as Obelisk is right on your tail. Going to be finding that S1 super. There's still tentacles on the screen, finding you on wake up. Not going to be doing much other than that. Going to be swinging you out of there and going to be chipping Ekko out. Vi has to find a way in order to reverse this terrible situation. You got no bar, you got no fury, you got caught on the low, and because of that, Obelisk going to be taking the win clean 3-0, and my wallet is not going to be drained any further.
And now we go straight into the grand final match between Rymo and Obelisk. Hopefully Obelisk is able to keep a lot of momentum. A 3-0's gotta feel good coming into here, but combo drop is not how we want to start this off.
This is not how we want to start it off, especially as Obelisk is already putting Rymo really hard into the corner. Waited there for the pickup. Break, though, going to be coming through. Rymo trying to make the leg up happen, but not going to be happening this time around. You know, Obelisk going to be able to break out in turn.
I mean, the Ekko just barely took the Ahri shot, messing up the combo. That was not what you want to see. Hopefully that doesn't affect the outcome of the match in total, but able to tag launch into the Illaoi tentacle super setup, no tag into the Ahri, but decides to hard tag after. Tentacle slams, keeping everything safe, and the parry goes wide to kill a character. Rymo down to the Ekko here in this first round, but able to go into the Ekko super after a homebreaker. No charges to JH for just a frame too long. Unfortunately, that may spell doom for Rymo's Ekko in this first round.
There we go. Going to be able to take the first round on the board for Obelisk. Really nice start for them, and really trying to like Spirit Rush out of the way, but the Happy Birthday going to be coming out, especially off of that Time Winder. Still going to be carrying both of Obelisk's characters, at least Illaoi able to finally escape, but Ahri still stuck with this Time Winder out of nowhere in the corner, going to be taking her out.
I mean, it was the mouse tool that they set up for later. It worked out in this case, but Rymo really just came alive in the second game, or the second round rather. A little bit of a roll fake out. Thought it was going to cross up, but wasn't quite there. Let's see, yeah, Obelisk just saving the Fury for this last round, deciding to go into this one. Huge break advantage. Yeah, I mean, this is it. This is all what everybody here came for to see.
Okay. Nice breakout, you know, tagging into Illaoi. Nice break in turn, though, coming out from Obelisk to try to run it down. Going to be able to find the conversion here with Ahri putting Rymo immediately into the corner with Illaoi too. Yep, get that Call of Cthulhu. That's exactly what we want here. Charging the Orb of Deception. Going to be able to get the Oki after the fact with the tentacles and the Limit Strike. Nice parry, though, coming out from Rymo. That was perfect. They got a bar meter in there. They can try to chase it down. Hyper Spirit Rush immediately after the tag launcher. Interesting choice coming out there, but still being able to find the jump in on Obelisk.
So just so many aerial attacks coming out from Rymo. It's hard to block them all. You always think that it's over, but there's always one. Parry able to turn the tides in Obelisk's favor. That was such a scary break that they decided to go for, but it worked out. And now we got Ahri a little bit too much momentum. Ekko sniping him out of the air. The downfall of players in this bracket so far has been hitting the assists. I feel like it's the jangling of the keys. It's, oh, I'm dealing damage, I'm doing a combo. Doesn't always work out.
Ooh. So there we go. Going to be able to get that Ahri assist in there, trying to get that overhead axe kick. Starting to get some chip in with Fury, trying to chase it down, whipping the throw. So unfortunate, the Mega Time Winder coming through. Fury is going to be spent for Obelisk, setting up another Mega Time Winder into the tag launcher, into Hyper Spirit Rush in order to close out the first game. Rymo going to be starting off strong.
I like that. Getting that charge roll there. Very, very nice to be able to make sure that you get the tag launcher right after. Yeah, Rymo taking this first match. We're getting right into the next one. Waiting a little bit to use the Time Winder assist. And Rymo's, yeah, just going to exit the situation. I don't want to deal with none of it.
Okay, there we go. Trying to back out both of them, just trying to find any way to poke through Ahri, and it's going to be Rymo winning with that launcher, putting Obelisk in the corner, but Obelisk going to be finding an anti-air in turn. The break from Rymo going to be going heavily unnoticed.
You're getting happy birthdays right after. I bet you wish you had break. Rymo, I mean, you might lose a character for this, right? No, instead decides to go with... Oh, what's happening? There's just so much supers on the screen. And Obelisk is the one who's able to navigate them. Rymo down to just the Ahri. And this, you're so low health. Yeah, I mean, any hit will kill. Obelisk able to take the first round in the second game. And you gotta win a lot of... You gotta imagine that... If you're an Obelisk fan, we're gonna be hearing that a lot. You gotta have to win at least 3 games here, win the reset after. There's just so much work to be put in, but hoping that they can do it.
You gotta hope that they can go all the way, try to get that good American bracket reset. And right now they're going the distance, already putting Rymo tough into the corner, getting the tag launcher into Illaoi, not setting up for the Call of Cthulhu just yet, but instead just going to be breaking after Ekko tries to run in on them. Going to be trying to run in again. Nice retreating guard, but it's not enough to retreat against this rush down demon. Getting Ahri there in turn 2, putting you in on the west side over here in Cali for Genesis. Going to be able to pop off that charge orb of deception, able to carry still.
I mean, yeah, this is it. Oh, but the throw after the throw, just standing there, and then a hard tag from Obelisk. Can't imagine that was...
There we go. Able to get another limit strike off onto Obelisk, trying to get that fireball, able to connect it, able to find Ahri, and for a 2x KO, finds Illaoi 2.
That's tragic. That's not what you want to see. Rymo is absolutely schmoving with the momentum here so far. A 2H is not going to quite land, but the time winder after, able to cancel it because he was hitting the assist. And a little bit of a run through post break. Oh no, it's disaster for Obelisk.
That's why you got to be making sure you break right when the opponent's in front of you and not that far up in the air, since it's just going to be going to waste, and Rymo is going to be picking off your Illaoi. That is your set play demon gone, which means you got to rush down every which way right now with Ahri to try to clutch up, trying to force your way in against Ekko. The assist from Illaoi definitely going to be helping you, but it's still a little too far away, and Ekko finds a stray.
Oh no. I mean, I can imagine here, Ekko just going to go straight into the limit strike. Yeah. Goes into the Ekko Oki. Next hit's going to kill. Gotta guess right. And unfortunately, you were not correct. Rymo taking up 2-0 in this last, potentially last set of the tournament.
Yes, only needs one more game in order to clutch it up and be the Jeekly champion for the 9th edition. So we got to make sure we're playing on our A game right now. And Rymo already starting off strong, you know, getting that charged orb of deception in there, putting us into the corner, trying to get that limit strike, able to get it close to break right now for Obelisk, who's able to parry against that fireball. And now we get the corner started.
I mean, unfortunately, this is how it has gone. Keeps getting good leads in this first round, but Rymo's the one that's able to clutch it out. Gonna go lead into another one of these Ahri Oki situations. No parry coming out. A little bit of a stall, hitting the assist, but decides to disengage at just the right time. Break is going to save the characters here, but oh no, Ahri gets punched one extra time for good luck. And now Illaoi just trying to wait out the assist. Again, just not able to get anything going, and the baseball is able to make it work.
Make it work, putting you into the corner and taking you out, leaving Obelisk with just Ahri to try to clutch up in another round against Rymo, who has barely been touched, and with that overhead kick can easily take it to death. Mega time winder, bada swing you into death, was already setting up another baseball in order to take you out there, and now we are on tournament point for Rymo to close out the night and already starting off strong.
I mean, a happy birthday is the way that you want this to go. I can't imagine that this is looking too good for Obelisk, and the 2H just pulls you out of the corner, uses the break to save the character. I'm not sure how much I agree with that. Might have just wait until the Fury. And yeah, I mean, it's all coming up Rymo here in this last round. This is good. No Fury available, barely any health, and you're already getting comboed. This is going to lead into an Ekko Oki sequence, unless it finds a way to kill. Perhaps both might not have to choose between them.
Nice, gonna be able to carry there, and I imagine slashing in. Oh, drops it there. One last chance for Obelisk. Gonna be able to parry every single hit. Oh, they found the level 3.
I believe this is it. This is the comeback of. There's no way. I refuse to believe that there's any way. There's too little health, and yeah, I mean, the issue with that is you use level 3, and now parry is off the table. Rymo is going to take a quick 3-0 in Grand Finals, saving my sleep schedule.
That is going to be it. There's no more 2x KO for us to broadcast. So before we sign out for the night, where can people find you, man?
I mean, I'm PCH. I run Pinecone Hooligans, which is also PCH. And you can find me at Twitter at PCHSRB. I like commentating. I like competing even more. Yeah, I mean, don't follow me. I like just hanging out. I don't want people to find me. I like just doing my own thing. But how about you? You got to.
Well, of course, you can find me over on Twitter and Twitch at Ninstar123. That's NINSTAR123. And on my YouTube at Ninstar236. We'll have time tomorrow in order to finish up my new Deadpool moveset video, which should be uploaded tomorrow if everything goes correctly. And I will try to stream tomorrow on my Twitch for when we get the patch drop. Going to be doing a live reaction, a live look through, and we'll be uploading the VOD onto my YouTube after the fact too. And of course, you can catch me on Tuesday over on my sponsor, which should be on DJ Vest's channel or Untamed Gaming's Twitch channel for the Street Fighter 6 exhibition series, leading into where I'll be later on in that night for top 8 for breakout for 2x KO. I know I'm a busy man. I like to keep myself busy, and that is literally just the next 2 days, and we got more coming soon after the fact too, so make sure to look forward to what I have coming up. But with that, that is going to be the end of us tonight. We all hope you take it easy. I'm definitely going to be tonight. I have literally been casting since 2 p.m., 9 hours straight. I absolutely love this game, and we all will have a good night. So take it easy, and hopefully we get a good patch miss tomorrow. Deuces.
Goodbye.